Once again, my people, you know what it is, the Don Tony Teflon Phil, the issues guy, hiding out up there in the corner. As always, we are here. You know what it is. It is the Escaping From podcast. We are up to just the theory stream this week. We're going to do some theories, and it's the call-in theory. It means you get to call us up. You used to drop our theory. You get to drop your theory. We want to hear from you. But the fact that we do have guests rocking with us right now means you can't have you on there KPing it on the phone line, right? You're gonna have to get in and get out when you call up and stuff like that. But let me introduce our guest. She is from the Slice of Horror channel. Her name is Jess K. Jess K, thank you for joining us. We appreciate you.
Hello, everyone, and thanks for the invite. I'm ready to get these theories and see what your people got going on over here. Like what y'all saying? I'm like ready to a new audience of theories. Might see if we got some alignment. If y'all, I want to hear something new I hadn't heard yet. So I'm glad to be here.
Well, you are in the right place to hear some stuff probably you haven't heard. Because people in our chat, we get busy up in here, right? So, guys, don't let me down. Don't let me down. You know, what up to all my familiar people up in here? And let's shout out some of the people that we got here right now. We got Matthew Henley in the building. We got Megan Smith rocking with us right now. Spicer K is in here. Himmelfield Holyfield is in here. KLA is in the building. Our girl Debbie Bebby is up in the building. RCO is up in here. We got our girl Diva Woman in the building rocking with the Don. We got Jesse is up in here. The Nonfiction is in here. Isis Blue is in here. We got Christine Jellybean in the building. Megan Smith in the building. Isis Blue in the building. I can go on and go on and go on and name all of you. And we will. We'll get back. We'll get back. But I want to say thank you again. You can be any place in the world, but you're here rocking with us. And that's what we appreciate. All right, let's look at the mid-season right now before we get into these theories and stuff. We open up the 1 second. We gotta give She Does the Most a shout out. And my mother's in here. Claudette, my mother's in here. Hi, Mom. I love you. I'm glad you had a chance to come on here and rock with us and everything. Without that,
is Mama from fan too?
Yeah, Mama's my fan. So she's a fan of her baby boy. So that's why she up in here and stuff. That's what it is. All right, let's do. We're halfway through the season. We've been up and down seasons all the way through. You know, I still think season 1's the best of them all. We'll start with a woman, of course, always starts from the halfway through the season. Has it met your expectations so far?
Actually, this has been one of my favorite seasons because I feel like we really didn't get like a time lapse or a break or anything. Like this season 4 picked up right where season 3 left off, and we've been like on a roll since then. Like the premiere of season 4, when we literally get the man in yellow transforming into Sophia, and like it's been going off then, and you know, and we lost Jim, and what else happened? And then we had, what story, the Julie with the story walking. I feel like it's just been like nonstop this season and haven't really give us room to breathe. And I love it. So I don't know about y'all. I like this season. It's probably one of my favorite next to season 1.
Okay. All right. Phil, what's good?
Yeah, I agree with a lot of that. I would say it's probably 5 episodes in. I mean, I think the first 5 episodes, if I remember correctly, it's been a while since I watched season 3. I think last season, the first like half of the season I was feeling was pretty strong. Like it felt like there was more action, but this feels like we're getting answers. Not everyone might like all the answers we're getting, but we are getting answers. There's stories. It's like progressing forward. It feels like characters are interacting that aren't really interacting. I'm trying to separate myself from the elephant in the room that I talk about too much, so I don't want to say it too much, is that I knew too much what was going to happen in these first 5 episodes. So my overall feeling of the season is going to be how they end it. I feel like they showed too much in the trailers, and everything we've seen so far is stuff we've seen in those first teaser trailers. So I'm trying to judge it more, and if I was watching it for the first time. So I do think it's very strong. I just think next season everyone should skip the trailers, except for if you're watching. Put all Tony's videos about trailer breakdowns on save and watch them at the end of the season.
Well, I get some views. So I need some views. You gotta help me out here.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm just basically telling people don't watch Tony's breakdown.
But I do agree. We talked about it before that they did give away a lot in the trailers. I think everything we've seen in the trailers, we have seen in this first 5 episodes. It would have been better to have seen them on in the show. I also think they could have did the Sophia reveal later. I don't think they should have did it in episode 1. I think they should have had that reveal later on, like maybe episode 5. Let everyone think that Sophia is really good this whole time and play that gimmick up instead of just giving it away right away. I understand what they're saying. I understand what they were trying to do. They want us to know the evil is amongst them and how she's playing. But I think it may have played out better if we didn't know until season 5, and then they gave us the flashback of everything else like that and showed us how she killed everybody and all that.
I like though that they showed it to us in episode 1 because I'm thinking like it makes us feel it's like we know something that they don't know. And so it gives us a sense of paranoia that we know that, that this entity is among them, but they have no idea. So it's like we have a fear for them that they don't yet have. And I guess I kind of like that. I feel like we know a little bit more about their situation than they do as viewers.
Yeah, we're in on a secret with Sophia.
Yeah.
We're in on a secret that the rest of the characters aren't in on. And it's kind of fun from that perspective.
Yeah, I understand that perspective, and that's what they're going for. I do understand, and that's what they want.
They showed it in the trailer. They showed it in the trailer.
We guessed it in the trailer. We knew it was going to happen in the trailer. I just think if they would have just held it back a couple of episodes, it would have been a big shock, right?
Yeah, fair.
We don't have that shock, that twist. Like if you didn't know, and then all of a sudden you seen Sophia doing some things, and you could have started speculating, and then all of a sudden, oh my God, she is this dude he transformed into her. I think it could have been a bigger mystery if they would have did something like that. But overall, for the season, I think when you deal with the season, we deal with what we have dealt with. When we dealt with season 1, we got the horror aspect of it, right? And then season 2 came along, and not a lot of people felt season 3, and then season 2, and then season 3, we said that what they needed to do was make the monsters scary again, right? That was our critique. Right, we needed to get those monsters back to the upper level. And they came back with that in season 3 with the whole Kenny's mom and got the monsters back on track. And that's what we were asking for. So now we're here in season 4. And I think when we look back at season 2, I think it'll be an underrated season because I think of it like the second season of The Wire, right? The second season of The Wire was the docs. Nobody liked the docs. Why did they show this docs and all this other stuff? And they brought in all these characters that people didn't want to know about and everything else. But when you get further into the season, you realize why the doc was important, of them showing everything that was coming in and how it came in. And now that we see the stuff with the dreams and everything else, all that dream stuff happened in season 2. So I think that's what that season 2 was, to help people understand what they're doing right now with all this dream and this nightmare stuff and everything else. So that's why I think season 2 was most likely underrated, and it helped explain everything right now. I think that happened in George R. R. Martin's book with A Feast for Crows. People didn't like Feast for Crows. I loved Feast for Crows when it first came out. But then after the Dance with Dragons and that dropped, then people started liking Feast for Crows better and stuff. So I think that season 2 is underrated. But as for this season right now, I think they're doing a really good job. I like it. There's certain things I wish they just didn't show in the trailer. I think I probably would have liked it more. But I think it's more like a roller coaster ride, right? And I think in the beginning, we got a little dip, and then we've been traveling uphill right now for a little while. And I think right now we should be at the summit, and we should be ready to come down from the roller coaster right now. And hopefully that's where they give us. I don't want no more filler episodes here. I want every episode to mean something. And Fatima, thank you so much for the gifted membership. We truly appreciate it here. And if you did get that gifted membership, if you did get that, make sure you give her a shout out for allowing you to have that gift and stuff and all that good stuff. I will come out there and I'll gift some memberships in a little bit. Make sure you hit that thumbs up for your boys. This is the #1 show for the fans, by the fans. We bring on some new people and everything else out here so you can get other people's opinions in case you get sick of mine and Phil's. But we also have the phone line open so we can hear from you and all that good stuff. All right, Just Slice of Horror. Just K. Before we get into it, why don't you just tell the people who never seen you before, if there are some in there, like what you do on your channel, and how you got into YouTube and all that.
Welcome, everyone, and good evening. So, my name is Kay. My channel is Slice of Horror. I am a huge nerd, especially a horror nerd. So, come over to my channel if you love horror movies, horror TV shows. But I also watch a whole lot of TV in general. So, you're going to find a lot of nerd content on there. Track a lot of TV series right now. Also covering The Boys and Euphoria and The Testaments right now. And I will be dropping reviews for They Will Kill You and Is God Is Soon. Talked about Daredevil Born Again and The Punisher on my channel. So if you like nerd content and horror movies, come on over.
I'm dumb. I kept waiting for the second episode of The Punisher. I'm like, wait, that was cool. Where's there more? Is there more? I was like,
I said 45 minutes. What am I doing this 45 minutes? That's not enough. It was just getting good.
Yeah, why are we hanging out with Shane for 45 minutes? We don't need to do that fucking shit. Like, get him off my screen.
That's why y'all could have gave me. I'm like, where the last 15 minutes at? Y'all could give just a little bit, just the 15 minutes more.
It was almost a little bit like that with Jessica on Daredevil too. It was like, or Luke Cage. It's like, oh, there's Luke Cage. Hi, I'm Luke Cage. Bye. I'll be back.
Yeah, just they definitely gave us a glimpse. We got a glimpse of Luke Cage. It's like that's all we're gonna give you.
Yeah, he'll be back.
I know. He'll be back. They couldn't schedule him right and stuff like that.
Baby Daddy will be back.
He'll be a Heroes for Hire series. I think
he'll be back in there. All right, let's go through some of the characters, where we left off with them, what we believe is going to have to happen with them, in order for them. And when and just so you know that Just Kay, she has a group that she runs with. We invited the whole group on here to see if they come on. Maybe they'll come. Maybe they're not. We'll see. But if not, we are happy and lucky just to have you. All right, let's start with Boyd, where Boyd left off and stuff. All right, we've seen him follow Jade around on the trip. We've seen him there. It seems that from the trailer, it's going to come down to Boyd believing what Jade has shown him, and that is actually all that stuff is actually true. I'll start with you, Just Kay. Do you think that Boyd will believe him? Do you think that Boyd should believe him? And do you think that everything that Jade seen was true?
At this point, I'm gonna need people to stop not believing things. How are we still skeptics in Fromville? How are we still skeptics?
It pisses me off when Tabitha doesn't believe Ethan about stuff, and I'm like, dude, you went through a tree and ended up in a damn hospital. You're worried you couldn't talk to dead Jim? I mean, what the fuck's going on here, Tabitha?
Right. I'm like, how are we still skeptics? How are we still skeptics right now? Y'all have seen some very off-the-wall, supernatural, paranormal things, and people still have the nerve to be like, well, I don't know if it's true. I don't know if I believe what I saw. That sound a little crazy. I don't know. I don't really know. No, everything you see, hear, dream about, have visions about, believe it, and know that it's part of a way that y'all can get together to get out of here. But number one, people are like, I don't know if this is true. I don't believe that. I don't think what I saw. And then then gonna keep it to themselves. And that's why y'all still stuck there. And especially Tabitha, how many times are you gonna go through Fromville before you decide that you want to tell people what you saw and then believe what you saw? At this point, no, I don't want nobody else to be like, well, I don't believe that's true, or maybe that's a hallucination. No, everything is purposeful in Fromville. So I'm gonna need Boyd to take everything Jade said seriously, and I believe that everything that Jade saw was real.
All right.
And we got our first phone call of the night. John T from Cali. Welcome to the show, John T.
What's up, buddies? Hey, I appreciate you guys always taking the call. I love you guys, how you break everything down, man. It's truly amazing.
Oh, thank you, my friend. We pay
been watching you guys for.
Just for the record, we pay him to say that. Keep going.
Oh yes, we do.
Hey, no, you guys did it, man. And to be honest with you, man, I do feel like I know you guys. I'm a geek just like you guys. I'm all into this stuff. I do wish I was following you guys before but I got to be honest, I didn't find you guys till From came out.
Well, we're glad you found us now, man. Glad you found us now.
Yeah, and now listen, you guys might have covered this because I know you guys you covered so much intel. It's tough to keep up with all of it, but I something's been wrapped around my brain for quite some time now, and it's basically Victor. I just remember when Victor's mom told him and Elise to hide, his sister Eloise to hide. And I remember him saying that she told us to hide anywhere that Christopher was unfamiliar with. Now, have you guys covered this at all? Do you remember Victor saying that? And I'm just super curious, like, why would she tell him to hide somewhere in a hiding spot that Christopher, aka Jade, was unaware of that location?
I would say that when you look at the whole situation, I've done said this about Victor's bitch ass many a time. You have to go. You have to wait to the third time. You gotta wait to the third time that he gets it right. The first two times he always be fucking up, right? So this whole hide from Christopher. The dude forgot he had a sister, man. All right, a whole sister he had in there with him. Forgot all about her. So it's always the third time with Victor. So I don't buy that whole story that Miranda told him to hide in here from Christopher. From what we've seen and what Jada said in the vision, is that he didn't go crazy. It was the town that went crazy on him and killed him. So there'd be no reason for him to have them to be afraid of him and to go hide from Christopher. Now, she might have said, hey, hide, because she might have known what they were going to go do to Christopher. And she didn't want them around Christopher because they could have been collateral damage. Something like that could have happened. But as for Christopher himself being a threat, I don't believe that that's the case.
And you know what? And it's crazy because the way you just broke it down, you probably just literally answered the question. Like hide somewhere he's unaware of because everybody's going to try to come kill him, and they'll probably hurt you in the process. So that makes like total sense. But you know, it's crazy because it's like what they've shown us thus far. What's the crazy part about that is they've shown us, like, you would think this was the season finale for the entire show, like based off what they've shown us. So obviously for them to show us as much as they have, 5 episodes to go. I know they're taking 2 weeks off. I think you guys said, but 5 episodes to go. 10 episodes to go. Could we be
1 week?
Could some of the things they're showing us like just be a rope-a-dope? You know, something to kind of throw us off? Are they? Because I feel like they showed us a whole lot to have 15 episodes left.
I feel you. All right, Kate, just Kate. What do you think about what the man's saying? You think it's a little rope-a-dope going on? You think they're trying to pull a fast one over here? You're getting hoodwinked.
I believe it was Ali Frazier.
That was the rope-a-dope.
Ali Foreman.
Ali Foreman.
Ali Foreman. Yeah, there you go.
Ali Foreman.
There you go.
Jinx, Tony. Jinx.
That's all I love you guys. You're well informed.
See, unlike Tony over here, I like Victor. I like Victor. Now, I feel like some of his stuff be a little jumbled because remember, all this happened when he was a child and he was a traumatized child. So his memory may be a little jumbled at times. But I feel like if we do need to listen to him, and maybe if we put all of his pictures together at this point, we might actually start getting somewhere and start taking note of everything that he said. Because, sometimes in fractures, it might seem a bit scatterbrained and like it doesn't make any sense. But especially now that his dad is here, I feel like he can calm down and be a little bit more coherent. And yet that's right, Debbie. Victor is that's my boy right there. See, we here. We locked in with Victor. So I don't throw away nothing that Victor says because I feel like everything he say it's got a little truth in it. But nobody be paying him enough attention except for Ethan. But now that Henry is there, I think we need to revisit some of these things that Victor said.
Last point, and I'm gone, and I apologize if I'm taking up too much of you guys' time. I know a lot.
No, now you have to make 2 points. Now you have to say 2 things.
All right, so listen. So here's the last thing. So the boy in white, he speaks in riddles. It's almost, and I think you guys have covered this. I think I followed this. You guys said his whole job probably is to keep the story going, and he's probably upset because he's starting to grow because the story is actually starting to change, and I think he's upset about that. I think his whole point was to bring Victor, send Tabitha there to bring Victor's dad back. You guys covered all this, I know, but if that is him that's dying and he is breaking down, because there was a point where I thought Victor's dad was in on it, this and that. But if this was to really break Victor, or his dad was to come back to die to find out the truth, and to possibly maybe commit suicide or however he's laying there on the floor, maybe drunk himself to death. But maybe this was to break Victor so Victor can't help connect dots. So I thought about that, and that's the last point or question. Just want to know you guys' thought on that. Maybe his dad was brought back to damage him.
There's
There's so much that he does know. Yeah.
I think his dad's brought back because he married Tabitha, and all the Tabitha's husbands get murdered, so he needed to get got.
Somehow he slipped out, and they needed to bring him back.
He needed to get got. Oh, anyone married to Tabitha died, and you can see it. That's the way it is. So they brought him in. They allowed her to escape, and the boy in white's evil. I mean, let's just get that. There's no other thing about him. He's an evil motherfucker. You know what I mean? And all this stuff. There's no little white boy walking around the forest in the goddamn Wimbledon outfit, and all of a sudden he's the hero. That's not happening. It's not the way it's going to be.
Yeah.
He's the evil. He's going to be evil when it's all said. That's the reason why they brought Victor's dad up in there to kill Victor's dad.
To love. Boy in white.
Got it. Okay, so cool. Hey, listen, guys, thank you so much for what you do. I know you put a lot of time and thought. I know it's not. Hey, Teflon, I will be I was a little upset at you the other day, though. I was waiting for your after show, or your thoughts. I think it was the third episode maybe or something like that, and I was waiting for you, and you came in a little bit later. I think you came in a few days later, but I was like, "Where's Teflon?" Because I needed you on that Sunday morning when I'm in the gym.
If it was the other week, I was at my daughter's graduation, so that's the only reason why.
Yeah. Well, congratulations. Hey, listen, but I was really looking forward to that. I was really sad. I had gym, church, Teflon.
I appreciate the call.
Thank you, John. Hope you call back in soon, buddy. Thank you.
Talk to you guys soon, okay?
Peace. Well, your check's in the mail, man. Check's in the mail.
Listen, all you people who are out here, our girl Just K with the Victor stuff and all this. I have one thing to say.
Oh, I say it again. You've been had. You've been took. You've been hoodwinked, bamboozled, led astray, run amok. This is what he does.
This is what he does. This is what he does. And all y'all people say, poor Victor. Poor Victor. Poor Victor.
Hoodwink, huh? That's how you feel?
We have another phone call. This is from Fatima. Welcome to the show, Fatima.
Hi guys, how are you?
We're great.
Hear from you.
Okay. I want to talk about this whole reincarnation thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
So when Jay was going on his mushroom trip, he said the little boy told him, for Tabitha it's always worse, right? But then Tabitha had this vision of Miranda, and she was just attacked by Smiley. How is that worse? Being attacked? I don't know. It's just weird because, but then Victor said she was eaten by the man in yellow. Like, I don't know how is it? To me, it's just none of that is adding up as far as the whole reincarnation thing. I think there might be something we missing with that. Or it's kind of like they making us look right instead of left. I don't know. It's just not adding up to me because also like Tabitha had these visions of when she was a kid being there. It's like, is that a reincarnation of herself? I don't know. It's just weird. I don't like it at all. I hate this is the way they're going with it. And I just hope it all comes together at the end. But I didn't understand when he was like, oh, it's always worse for her. And I'm like, how is it worse? I didn't get it. So I willing to get you guys' opinion on that.
All right. Just K, we're gonna start with you. What do you think is worse for Tabitha?
I wonder if we haven't fully gotten the what is worse yet from Tabitha. Like maybe we don't know, because all we know is what we've seen, and we're like, it's been bad for all of it. So what is the thing that's going to push it to be worse for her that we don't know about yet?
So
I think there's something missing.
I think what he was saying, so he's saying that he got murdered by the town every time he came back. Once they found out that he was who he was, the town flips out on him and kills him. Right. But the way they kill him, he's saying it's worse for Tabitha. Him getting killed by the town is bad, but whatever happens to Tabitha after is much worse.
Yeah.
Than him getting killed.
That's like something got to be missing. Like what could be worse than that? Because that's not good at all. So I'm like, what would be worse than that? It has to be something that happened to her that we don't know about yet. Because I feel like we think, we know what happens because we've been told what happens to Miranda. But what if we don't know it all yet, Victor?
That's why I'm saying I don't believe that. I believe it's like a red herring or something.
I
Like,
think, I mean, what's worse than getting killed? I would say being tortured would be worse than getting killed, right? Getting killed right off the bat, you just killed, it's bad, but you're dead, it's over. I would say getting tortured is something that would be worse. So maybe Tabitha is the one who winds up like we seen Julie and Randall and them handcuffed in the thing, and then she gets tortured that way. Maybe that would seems to be worse. We heard Randall specifically say that there are some things worse than death after he's got into that thing. So when I look at the show, I would say if it's worse for her, it would be whatever's happening to Randall and then Julie. That would be what's worse.
Feeling the pain of all the people that I keep wanting to think like Freddy, like when Freddy feels all the souls of all the people that have died, or they're all like stuck inside of Freddy. Like all the people that have died inside of Fromville are screaming and haunting and fucking with the three of them. And to your point about the Wire season 2 stuff, Tony, and comparatively to this being more important later, so much of what happened in those dreams, Martin was season 2, right?
Yes.
Yeah, Martin was season 2. That screams, and a lot of stuff that's happening in this season is being informed by season 2, which isn't my favorite, which I would put the least favorite season, but it's still good. It's still fun.
all right, thanks, guys.
Thank you. Area code 404. Thank you, Fatima. And I said your name right both times there.
You did. You got it right.
I did. Area code 404. Tried to get in during that. And if you want 404, call right back in. I will take your call next if I see a problem.
Now we're still talking about this Victor stuff. If y'all in the chat, over 200 of y'all rocking with us. Make sure you hit that thumbs up for your boys. And a shorty hanging out with us right now. You know what I mean? And we already put a link in the description, but keep putting it in there so people can go over there and make sure that you subscribe to a channel. Put that person on hold for a second.
1 second, 404. Just hold for a second. And
this is what it is, man. There's certain things that I'll allow for Victor, right? Like, you want to piss your pants because you see a yellow suit. I'm allowed. Forgetting a sister is unallowable. You want to sit there and say it was Jasper that was talking to him, and then all of a sudden it turns out to be the boy in white. You can't allow that. It comes a time, no matter what trauma you've been through, you have to man up. You have seen people die for 40-something years straight, and just mumbling to yourself ain't helping nothing. And we've seen Jade confront Victor like this, like, Victor, come on, it's time to step up. At some point, you have to do something. It's like, with Megan, when she's sitting there talking to this grandmother in the window, and the mom is standing across the room like, Megan, don't open the door. She should have hit Megan with a brick in the face because you're going to kill us all, Megan. There's no need for this conversation, stuff like that. So when I look at these situations with these people, I'm just saying Victor needs to step the game up. He needs to get in line. All this peach-eating motherfucker has done is sit there and just wallow in the back, and I'm done with it. And draw his pictures. Put your pictures in order, Victor, for everybody. You want to help people, put them in the order that
you're just jealous. You want those peaches. They're delicious.
Well, yes. I like fruit cocktail.
Oh, yeah, that's pretty fucking good. That's pretty funny.
And I'm not nasty Nate at all. I'm not nasty.
Kay, do you want a chance to respond before we get to the caller?
See, a little information about me. In my regular 9 to 5, I'm actually a licensed therapist. And I be looking at Victor from a mental health lens, okay? All right. Okay. He is traumatized. And when the last time we seen a therapist in Fromville? Okay. He's had trauma after trauma after trauma. And nobody wants to sit and talk to him and let him know. Like, this is the first, like, his father just, got there a while ago. And so this might be the time that he's actually feeling like he can start to heal a little bit. And the more he heals, the more coherent his thoughts can be, the more information that his brain will allow him to remember. Because one thing about trauma, you can suppress and repress memories. And a lot of times it's involuntarily. But people start to remember things, and their mental cognition starts to get a little bit more clear. the more they heal. It might be healing for Victor to have his father be around him so he doesn't feel like he's alone anymore and he has a little bit of family around. And so I think we gonna give him time to like piece together his thoughts and maybe help out a little bit with us piecing together some of this story. What I think we need to do is have Jade give him some of them mushrooms. Okay, let's wrap it all in there together.
There we go.
And
I am with
I
that.
feel like we can get some more.
I could
Victor-
agree with that.
Victor, we all can agree that Victor needs to trip out. Area code 404. Thank you for your patience. What's going on? What's your name? Where you're calling from? And what's your question or comment?
What's up, guys? This is Hammy Dills from the chat. Been following for a while. Happy late birthday to you, Phil.
Thank you, my friend. Appreciate it.
Yes, sir. So, I'm not gonna join in on the Victor hate. I mean, it's nothing more I can say about that.
Wait. Ain't no one. I'm not trying to have anyone join in on nothing. My stance is what it is. Y'all can feel the way you want. I'm standing on this mountain all by myself. I'm cool with it. So no one's trying to make anyone hate anybody.
No, that's fair. But I want your opinion on this. Do you think, because Jay said he had an idea of how to save everyone, do you think he's thinking of putting each one of those monsters in the actual tombstones?
No, I think he's thinking dig the bones up from down there and bring them to this.
Yeah, dig the kids' bones
up magic river and throw their bones in there.
Exactly. Take the bones, throw them in the Lake of Tears to save the children and let them be released into the world, and that will release them from there. I think that's what Jade's thinking, but who knows?
Y'all seen Nightmare on Elm Street Part 3, right?
Of course, Dream Warriors.
Okay, that's the first thing that I thought.
Me too.
They got to lay the bones to rest.
That's how they killed Freddy. I feel like that sucked because that was the best way they killed Freddy, and then they just like said whatever about it. Like the dog pissed on the grave the next time. Kincaid's dog just like took a piss on the fucking, and he's like, "I'm back, and that didn't work, bitch."
We have talked multiple times about how this show is possibly in the dream realm, the realm of dreams, and that how it's most likely. Not that they're asleep, but they could be in a dream realm and how it could turn into a dream warrior situation for them inside of this realm and stuff like that. Dealing with the nightmare.
Is that what Julie's doing, you think, Tony? Is Julie using her dream power, essentially?
We could call it the dream power because this is, if we want to say this is a dream realm, but she's doing dimensional travel, whether it's parallel dimension or something. It's not the story walking. I mean, they're giving it a fancy name, just like Game of Thrones wanted to give Bran Stark and all that stuff, warging and all these fancy names for what we know is just body snatching, right? So they can give it a fancy name all they want, but in essence, it is what it is. It's no storybook thing going on here. This is her transforming into a parallel universe and coming back into it and being able to see exactly what happened while she goes back. Again, I always said that when you do time travel, it's very tricky because a lot of showrunners, they use it to fix mistakes that they made in previous seasons. So I don't like it that much if it's done well. So far, I would say it's done well. It's done good. So I have no complaints with it right now, but we'll see how it ends up with her and her dream walking situation.
Absolutely. Thank you, 404. 404 left us during the call. We appreciate it, my friend. Great
100%. You know what I mean? Why is Julie always having a seizure through it? I don't know if it's funny. I don't know if that's funny resistance as futile, but I would say that
I love your Borg name, by the way.
It is a beautiful Borg name. I would say we'll let our guest answer, then I'll give mine.
Resistance is futile.
Why do you think she's having a seizure when she's going through this story? If you have an opinion on that.
I don't think it. If we look at science and if we're gonna be technical, it shouldn't be an easy transition to like time travel. You know what I mean? Because in most instances, people have to get into a time machine to travel, or they have to like take something or hop into a capsule or something like that. And so I feel like it needed to be something that happens to her with her physical health to show that she's time traveling, because it shouldn't seem like a smooth process, because if we look at things scientifically, it never is a smooth process. So I'm surprised that she's not getting that, nothing more is happening to her than having like the little seizures or whatever, that she isn't coming back with like nosebleeds and like bruises or like internal bleeding and stuff like that. So I think it's to show that there is there are side effects to story walking.
All right, let me ask you this before I go. Let's get this, because I have this debate with my fandom and my familia all the time, because and I'll say myself, I don't believe there's any magic involved in this whole show. I think this is 100% science based. What do you feel is going on in this show?
I feel like there's some paranormal and supernatural entities going on in this show. I think that that is very magical within the show. And somebody that I used to think that it was aliens. I want to say around maybe season 2, season 3, aliens was like my big thing. I was like, please don't let them wake up on a spaceship. and this all be an experiment by aliens. That used to be my theory. But yeah, I definitely think it's wrapped up in the supernatural.
Hey, listen,
world.
the majority of people think that also.
We have all sorts of stories, mythologies, legends that could be interpreted as gods, who in reality were misinterpreted extraterrestrials.
See, I got experts on my side, though. Proof. Experts agree with me. That's the proof. You know what I mean? All right, listen, everybody, you are with the majority. I am on this island. I'm cool being on it. I am 100% confident.
You're on Alf Island. You're
I'm 100% confident it has nothing to do with any magic whatsoever. There's no magic involved in this whole situation. This, to me, is 100% technology and science and sci-fi more than anything else. That's what I believe. That's what I'm going to stay on. I've been saying this since season 1. We're going to stay on this in season 1 and everything else. We can put the poll and believe me, Kate, everyone agree with you more than no one agree with me on this. So everybody with you.
Same if we did a Victor poll. Like that's why we're not
everybody doing this. I like to be over here on this thing right now. I like to be on it. I don't need to be with the people. I want to be against. I want the people, because when it's all said and done, and I'm right, I'm gonna be here. I'm gonna be here for it all. And then all of a sudden, Phil, we're gonna have 0 people in the chat instead of the 240 people we have. Right,
it'll be like on my channel.
Yeah, there'll be nobody here because we're gonna have to come and face that music and stuff when it's all said and done and everything else.
At least we won't screw up like Jeff Probst on Survivor last night.
What about Tabitha's dolls? That's all right. Let's go through it. I'll answer. What about Tabby's dolls? That's some witchcraft stuff. It does. I'm telling you, it does look it, right? It looks it. And that's what they're trying to make you believe. They're goading you, and they're putting everything out there to make you believe that that's what it is. And I understand why people believe that's what it is. But in the end, that's not what it's going to be and everything else. And Tabitha's doll can easily be defined as someone in a parallel universe that is controlling those dolls from the parallel universe, but you can't see them because they're inside of a 4th dimensional being. It's in there, housing them, moving the dolls around. We see it in the trailer when you see the cabinets open, and we see it in the show, the cabinets opening and closing. You think it's a ghost doing that? Somebody, if it's a 4th dimensional being that you cannot see, then that person will be able to manipulate these things, and you would never see that person doing it. Same thing when you see in the house collapse. And Randall says houses don't come down like that. If a 4th dimensional being is collapsing the house, you would never see them doing it. You would just see the aftermath of what happens. And that's what makes people think that it's magic. And I believe it's the same thing going on with those dolls and everything else. It's just, that's the way it is, in my opinion. And we shall see in the end whether I'm right or wrong. But that's what I'm saying. It's nothing.
I used to be with you. I used to be on that. I used to feel like this was one big social experiment, and that somebody from the outside world was like controlling all of this. Like, I'm not sure if you all seen that show, or it's actually a book too, Wayward Pines, where it was just like this whole social experiment type thing. That's what I was thinking it was at first. Like, nah, somebody that they're trapped in this little area, and all they're being watched. The watcher is human, and like they're just controlling these people. Or then I thought it was like a place of like purgatory, like, so all of y'all did something bad and y'all got to work y'all way back to the regular world. I used to be on that, but the more I watch, I'm wrapping around it just being like supernatural and paranormal now.
No, it's people saying Tony's describing magic with actually calling it magic. No, magic is science that hasn't been classified as science. When they haven't discovered what it is, that's when they call it magic. But once they figure out what it is, it becomes science. So that's what I say. Have you ever seen the show Fringe? Have you ever watched that show?
That the one with what is his name? That's not the one with Kevin Bacon, was it?
No.
Which one was he in? He was in like a.
I would have loved it if it was Kevin Bacon, dripping like honey says yes, a Truman Show. It is a Truman Show situation, in my opinion. It's definitely experiments being run. I believe that they've got this man in yellow in there, the boy in white, most likely the same person in there in different forms, manipulating people, trapped in this this dimension. They got him, they trapped him in there, and they're putting people in there to see what he would do, to experiment on him. They're using these alien parasites that they're putting in there that they seem void with, and they're just doing experiments, running experiments in this parallel universe, keeping this man trapped inside there.
Is the Kevin Bacon show called The Following?
That's the one I was thinking about. That's the one.
Oh, that was a very good show. That's the guy who played Mark Anthony in Rome.
That was a fun show.
That was definitely good and everything else. And as our girlfriend, go watch Tony's Fourth Dimensional video from season 2 and you understand everything. 100%. Go watch that video from season 2.
I have a question for you guys, just from and Kay, for you first, just because you're a horror fan. What was your opinion of the scene with the dolls and the giant dolls? Did you find that scary, horrifying, or silly from like compared to like as horror, because they tried to play it as like a horror scary scene? I'm just curious of your opinion of it like that, and then within the show.
I like that they're adding these little bits of these horror jump scares in it. Although I had an ink, because I haven't watched any trailers. I refuse to look at the trailers or anything. I got the screeners for the series, but I'm going one by one. I feel like I want to know what everybody else know. Yeah, and so when I seen the dolls, I knew they were going to come to life, but I thought they were going to come to life like the dolls in Tales from the Hood. I thought they were going to attack, but still be in the little form. I didn't expect them to like come to life and be like these giant dolls. And in my mind, it took me to a place of like a Goosebump book that they're this giant form and like come and attack there. So as a person cause I'm a millennial, so I grew up on like stuff like that. So I didn't mind it at all. Like we need a little more. They need to throw in a little more. The body count need to go up.
Yeah,
so
it was more.
Everybody ain't gonna make it.
Yeah.
If
they
we don't
still
get
killed only a red shirt.
As soon as we get, as long as we get a couple deaths out of it, I'm here for it. Because some people just gotta go. Everybody can't make it.
They need to kill someone more than random dude with that we've never met before, though. Like Donna should have gone.
Y'all, whether it's Hector or anyone, y'all can ask me any question about this show, and I'll explain to you how it's silenced. What about the tree that silenced? LOL. Obviously, the tree is nothing more than a transportation device, a teleportation device.
That's the easiest one.
That is disguised as a tree because it has to blend in.
Portal's a total video game. We've all played.
Yeah, I mean, this is not hard to say. So with the LOL, I understand. Like you think what about the tree of science? Come on, brother.
Jeff Goldblum in the Fly.
That's the easiest one. That's the easiest one to solve them all. This whole place is staged. They have made it abundantly clear that this place is nothing more than a set. They did that by showing you where the wires led to, that there was nothing inside of the wires. They did that and showed you that to show that this place is staged. It's not the real town. It's a copy of this town. That's why they did it. They made you believe the whole thing in season 1 was, oh my God, there's these mysterious creatures that come out at night from the forest and they disappear out of nowhere. And they come in here and they torture us in the town. And then the guy goes on, the man yells and says, Jim, your wife shouldn't be digging that hole. Doesn't say, hey, Jim, take this towel off the top of the building, stop trying to contact people. No, your wife shouldn't be digging that hole. And what did we find out when she dug the hole? Oh my God, these are not some mystical creatures coming out the forest. These is dirty motherfuckers living in the fucking sewers. And that's what he didn't want them to find out about. He wanted the illusion of them to, these magical creatures are coming out at night, not to go away. And that's what Tabitha exposed. She exposed the wise went nowhere. It's a prop house. These creatures that are so mystical, they ain't mystical. They're sleeping right underneath us the whole time on rocks. Nothing magical about them. That was the whole thing that the man in yellow didn't want exposed. But y'all in the chat, y'all just seem to dissuade that and everything like that didn't happen. I mean, you watched it happen. You seen it happen. That's what they meant when they did it. You never seen the man in yellow say, Jim, you shouldn't be putting that tower up there. He didn't care about that. Digging the hole. He didn't want to expose what these creatures actually were, that there was no magic around them. And that's what Tabitha exposed. But you even hear Boyd say it. He makes fun of it. So what we got? A little boy walking around the magical forest? You hear Sophia say it. Oh, what kind of magic is in these talismans? There's nothing. There's no magic in it. That's why they say that stuff. That's what it's there. The talismans, they got no magic in it stopping these people. It's just part of the game. It's part of the game. And that's it. And this is the game that they're playing with them. It's part of the simulation. If you want to call it simulation, whatever you want, it's part of it all. And that's it. There's no magic behind the talismans. There's no nothing. There's no magic in this whole story. And I can't wait in the end for it not to be and everything else. And this Cavs in 6, y'all better just stop that garbage. You know, the Knicks. Now you got to make me check the Knicks score and stuff. Up, man. Come on. I don't want to hear
Go
this.
Knicks. Go Knicks.
I don't want to hear none of that.
If the Celtics can't win, I want you to get. It's been a long time, Tony, for you guys.
Yeah, we 73, man. 73.
You guys deserve
and everything else. But I understand why y'all are saying it. And I'm not telling you you're wrong. I could be 100% wrong. And if I am, I'll be here to eat the hot chip to prove I'm wrong. But I'm very confident that this is when it's all said and done.
But the cool thing about this is 15 more episodes, we get answers. I mean, whatever it is, wherever you are in the show, I like how we have an end date. I like how they know where they're going. Mm-hmm. And one way or another, at the end of next year, Tony, we're gonna have an answer to that question.
That's it. We'll see. I'm here for it. I'm here. If I'm wrong, I'll be the first one to come on and say I was wrong the whole time. I had no idea what I was talking about, but I just don't think it's gonna go down like that. We shall see.
People just want you to eat the chip. People just want you to eat the chip.
They do. They just really want to see me eat that. So, Kay, you don't understand because you're not. I have a bet with people that if I am wrong, that I will come on this stream and eat the hottest chip, one hot chip on stream if I'm wrong. So
you don't like spicy food? Is that what that is?
Huh?
You don't like spicy food?
No, I mean it's that super hot chili chip that Phil has up on the screen. So they just want me to. The reason why they really rooting for me to be wrong is that and you're exactly correct. Capricorns are never wrong, and they will find that out when this show ends. You got that right.
And you know what? I will get on here myself. I will make a whole video to be like I sat here and argued him down about my theories and how did he end up being right. You know what? But see, in my mind, I ain't gonna have to make that video.
She wants in on the action. I love that, Kay. You should get in on the betting action. Yeah,
I will allow every content creator come on this stream live and watch me eat that shit. If that's the case and everything else, I just don't think it's gonna happen. I'm not even concerned about it.
I live on the fence.
I'm not even concerned about it whatsoever. And we'll see in the end and everything else. All right, getting back to this episode, y'all know the call-in number. You can call in anytime you want.
We were going through the characters. We only really talked about Boyd.
We only went through Boyd and everything else. And I didn't give my opinion. Phil, and you give yours. Do you think that Boyd should believe what Jade is telling him?
I mean, I think you did a great job at breaking this down in certain ways, and we've talked about this a little bit. Do we think it creates a question? Do we think that what Jade saw was 100% true? Did he interpret it the right way? I do think, yes. I'm gonna reiterate. I'm stopping my brain from going there, and I'm hearing Kay's voice in my head. People need to stop not believing people. So yes, I hope Boyd shuts the fuck up his head if he's like, oh, you were just tripping, you're not gonna believe. No, dude, believe him. Whether it ends up being right or not, you got to go down those rabbit holes with people in the situation. Like, you're here, just play out every avenue, because you never can tell what might work. I'm gonna say I don't know if he's gonna believe him right away, but I hope he does, Tony. I hope he does.
I would say that Boyd is smart not to believe it. I would say that not that everything that he was shown is false, but I don't think everything is up to. I don't trust the little boy in blue. I don't trust him. I don't trust.
He needed the money, Tony. He needed the money.
He did need the money, and I'm not trying to hate on him for it, but I just don't trust it. I think some things are gonna lead to make you think that what he's saying is right, but in the end, it's just a big setup and it's a big trap for him. You talking
about Little Jade? You don't believe Little Jade?
I believe Little Jade. I'm with you on that.
I believe Little Jade.
I'm with Little Jade.
I don't believe
Jade's not the boy in white. The boy in white's a fucking lying little.
Who is Little Jade? This kid that all of a sudden he takes some mushrooms and this little boy pops up. Number one, the little boy told him not to drink the drink. Boy told him to drink the drink, right? So right there, we see that the little boy was trying to prevent him from finding out something. If we look at it like that, right? That he was trying to prevent something going on there. And Jade said, drink it, and they real. Little boy said, don't drink it. Right? And by drinking it is when he found out everything about all the what happened to him and all that. So if the little boy was really after him and helping him, why wouldn't he tell him not to drink it?
Speaking of tripping, I can confirm or deny that Kay's camera just gave me a flashback for a second. I was like, am I tripping for a second, or did something weird happen with the camera?
Yeah, I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, it got weird and trippy. We were talking about tripping, and suddenly your camera went off.
We're talking about paranormal stuff, and my camera wanna act crazy today.
Your camera went all like 1960s, like weird shit,
I believe Little Jade, because people take shrooms and psychedelics to access their childhood memories or to access parts of their brain that they may have suppressed or been repressed, so that they can recall things again. And I think that was a way for him to remember. And so I believe Little Jade. I think his inner child, gave him some information, because like when Boyd said that the monsters in Fromville are like, they're not playing fair, and that they need to get an upper hand on them, and maybe them accessing, so especially people like Jade, who's been through different cycles of this place, to be able to go and remember something to give them information for this cycle. And I think that gave them a little bit of something that the people in the town may have not seen coming. So I believe Little Jade. I think that they needed a win.
I knew that. I mean, if you probably never watched Shamba, I predicted this whole mushroom thing was going to happen like last year.
You said acid, but you.
I said acid. I said they were going to take acid. I didn't say mushrooms. I said acid.
But close to fucking.
Same effect, right?
I'm saying that before someone in the video goes, actually, Tony, you said acid. You didn't say mushrooms.
So I believe that, yes, that they needed that, but to open up their mind, but also what they have done. If you ever watched the show Fringe is a show that the showrunners who made this show worked on before this show, right? And in the Fringe show, they used acid to high doses of acid to have someone's mind access the parallel dimension version of themselves so that they can get the knowledge. And they would also use music and the acid, and between a certain combination to a certain frequency of music and having that acid, they would be able to engage the parallel dimension part of their mind and then know exactly what's going on in the parallel dimension. And that's what I thought they were going to do in this show. And that's why I think that's why I thought they were going to do it. And then they did do it. And that's what I still think is going on here. I still think it's a parallel dimension situation dealing with here. And he's accessing the parallel dimension. And for that fact, just because it happened in the parallel dimension one way doesn't mean it's going to happen in your dimension the exact same way. So that's why I don't think that it's all one-to-one of what he's seen. I think he's seen a possible reality of something that could possibly go down, but didn't. It's like I think Thomas is alive in the parallel dimension. I think it could have been Ethan that was killed in the parallel dimension, and Thomas is the one who's alive. That Ethan could have died in the car crash, in the R&B class, and everything else. I think that there's all things like that going on here, and that it could be flipped. So I think when I look at what's going on with Jade, and Boyd should be wary, is because it happened that way in that parallel dimension doesn't mean it's going to happen the exact same way for you in this dimension. And that's why I say you shouldn't trust everything that this kid is telling you, because it may not go down one for one.
I wonder if anyone else will trip out. Like, I wonder if like Julie will.
I think Julie needs to. I think that's how she can hone her powers. It's for her to trip too. We've seen already.
Give some to Tabitha so that she can. Since give some to Tabitha, but what she sees, she need to believe too, because Tabitha is the most skeptical person who done been in Fromville over and over again. So I don't know how she don't like to believe stuff.
No, her catchphrase is no.
Yes.
That's
that's what she does. Is no. That's her
motherfucking catchphrase. It's
she doesn't know how to be quiet either. She's in the tunnel with Victor. Victor's like, shh. Oh my God, Victor, shh. And she just keeps. She's such a chatty patty, Tabitha. Such a chatty patty that she does no. She couldn't take acid. She'd lose her mind, bro. She would just kill herself if she is on it. She's not the type of person to be on acid. That would be a terrible situation and everything else. Paul says, yeah, you were right many times, Tony, especially with that time with the music notes. Maybe a hot chip will be. Listen, you're exactly correct. I guessed that it was music notes, and I was right on that one. So listen, we'll see.
Bet isn't with me. I'm not betting.
We have over 275 people rocking with the Don Tony Teflon. Thank you so much. And Phil the Issues guy. We have our guest, Just K from the Slice of Horror channel, rocking with us. Our friends got nervous. They got scared. They didn't come on here. See, this is what happened. I'm going to tell you, Phil. I'm going to tell you the truth. Here's what happened. So I was going through YouTube, and then I seen their channel and stuff, and I seen them, and they was talking Acosta blasphemy.
Oh, no. That's Tony's girl.
You know that we can't have that. We can't have that. So then I listened to him.
That's the one thing I'm not allowed to talk about, Kay.
I invited them all on, and they was on that show. And the one I forgot who was one lady who
HR came and talked to me about.
She watched me from Game of Thrones Day. One lady on the channel, and
I think that was Tika.
And she was like, "But we got beef with Acosta." I told him, "Come on and talk it." And in the end, they didn't come talking. The only one here is our girl Kay. Kay repping for
That's okay. That's okay. See, I'll represent for all of them because they do Divorce Sisters panels on Thursday. And I don't watch the show, so they're on the panel. And I was just like, I can make it. They have a live stream for that on Thursdays. But see, we all are part of the We Hate Acosta Club, okay? I hadn't liked her since day one. Miss Top Flight Security of the World, fake rental cop. I cannot stand her. And she should not have even made it to the next season. I'm glad we ain't seen her these past couple episodes. We don't need her in the show right now. She should have been gone. If I had it my way, they would have put her in the box and we would have been done with it, okay? Because she want to run the place. I don't think she like to see Boyd in a power position because she's like, oh, you a fake cop, but I'm a real cop, but you just became a cop. You just want to do a job, point a gun with no bullets at people. You don't know about this place like that. Boyd been here. You can't tell Boyd how to do his job. Go sit down.
But what? Let me ask you this. All right. What is she supposed to do? What would you have her do? Would you really have her come into this place and just whatever these people say, just do? we got to look at it realistically for a second here, right? You're talking about a person who's in the back of an ambulance, right? Don't know none of these people from nothing. She comes out, all of a sudden there's monsters going around. She starts shooting. She shoots at the monster. The monster moves, hits the girl. She gets inside the house and they blame her for hitting the girl. She just seen somebody get their eyeball ripped out. She's seen another man in there beat a young boy's hand up with a hammer and torture him. And now all of a sudden she's supposed to just be cool with these people? She don't know these motherfuckers from Adam. If it was me, I'd be skeptical as a motherfucker too. So I think that she gets the bad rap when people just think, oh, she's supposed to just capitulate to everything that's going on.
Tika said she coming. Come on, Tika, because he talking real mad stuff about you in here. He talking real bad stuff.
And I think that everybody needs to understand what it really is. In a realistic situation, because it's a realistic situation. If y'all would just go along, if you walked up in the house and seen some dude beat some young kid's hand up with a hammer, another girl go up in there and rip a person's eye out with a screwdriver, and then say, hey, come listen to everything I say. This is Texas Chainsaw Massacre situation going on here. I might have to take everybody in the house out just to protect myself. I'll be on that thing, on that whole situation. So I think she 100% right on her actions.
No.
I think y'all just are giving her a bad rap. And that's what it is. She ain't do nothing wrong.
It's a difference between coming in and saying, all right, I'm scared. I don't know what's going on. We need to get out of here. And thinking that you run something, thinking that you know the rules, thinking that you know more than everybody else, and trying to tell everybody else what they're supposed to do in a situation you know nothing about. She's gotten people hurt in there. She shot somebody the first day there.
Yeah, but you got to look at what happened at the shooting. She was aiming at, go back and watch it. She's aiming at the monster. She shoots for the monster, and the monster moves, and it goes through, and it hits that person. She didn't aim at that person. She was trying to catch the monster. She shot back at the other monster. Bang, bang. She turned to the way she was going. The monster was there. She shot. The monster sidesteps, and it goes through, and it hits that chick.
But see, Tabitha was trying to tell her, though, but she didn't want to listen to Tabitha. So she was being real rude and nasty to Tabitha in that ambulance, okay? This lady that's supposed to help people, you was real rude and unfriendly in there. She started off with a bad attitude.
I'm saying
she came in there with an attitude problem.
You would believe what that woman was telling you if you was in that ambulance. This lady looks like, number one, when Tabitha got released, right? And they were looking for her. They were looking for her to lock her up in the psychiatric hospital.
Fatima, one second. Feel free to jump in anytime.
They were looking at her to lock her up in the psychiatric hospital. That's why they came after her. So you have someone who's supposed to be in a psychiatric hospital. You're transporting them, and they're telling you basically that monsters are. Ain't nobody believing that. If someone came to
even
me
if
right
they thought
now,
she was crazy, you don't talk to people who are mentally insane that way. She was rude and nasty and thought she knew more than everybody. She want to be top flight security of the world for somebody who just got that. She's the person that would abuse her power. She don't need to be a police in the real world, because I feel like she'll be pulling people over and using police brutality for no good reason just because she had the power. People like Acosta don't need any type of power because it go to their head and they don't know how to treat people afterwards. She should not have no kind of control or power over anybody because she ain't got people skills. She don't know how to talk to anyone. That's why she ain't got no friends in Fromville at all, because she does not know how to actually listen. She thinks she wants to be the smartest person in the room. And right now she's got an attitude because she's not the smartest person in the room. Because she don't know what's going on.
Jade wants to be the smartest person in the room, and they even say haha and laugh at Jade. I think if you look at that whole situation with Jade, you can see that stuff is not real and it's fake. I mean, they basically say to Jay, haha, you think you're the smartest person in the room. You're not. He's the one. I don't think that it comes in there with her. Listen, we've done the Tabitha situation.
I fucking
told you. Fatima, go. Say what you got to say.
Okay. One, Tabitha was not telling her anything in that ambulance. She's like, no, wait, oh my God. She was not saying, listen, I've been stuck in this town up here, and this is exactly what happens.
Correct.
Blah, 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 and broke it down. She did not do that. She was very very limited in her wording to this woman.
Right.
When she saw the tree, she didn't say, "We finna be stuck. I've seen this tree before." Blah, blah, blah. She didn't do any of that. And Acosta went to Boyd after the meeting. Very nice. She was super nice. She had the nicest demeanor. And Boyd treated her life. He cursed her out so bad. It was ridiculous just because he lost control in that meeting in the diner. And because of that, she came and said, "Listen, I think I can help because I feel like we can give people, you know, something to do to kind of take their mind off of trying to get into this tree." And he like, "Get your ass out of here. You killed somebody last night. Get out." And she's like, "Oh, okay." So who did she went to? Kenny. Her and Kenny started going around. They started trying to investigate Tilly's death. She was not, everybody just hated her for no reason. No reason.
You're correct.
She didn't start getting crazy until Boyd started losing his mind.
That's right. You're right.
He was spiraling out of control.
You're correct. Everything you said is 100% what we've seen on the show. It was Boyd. Boyd has just been an asshole, though. Blaming her. "Look at what you did. Look, you just killed someone. Shooting your gun off. There's fucking monsters chasing Boyd. What do you think you're going to do? She going to shoot. She ain't been here before. I'm going to shoot." Yeah, I had samurai sword. I'm hacking motherfuckers. This is what it is. They treated her like shit from the time that she has gotten in here. And I agree with you 100%. Let me just introduce our latest guest.
Thank you, Fatima, as always.
Okay.
Who has come in here. It is Tisha. It is from All Things Ruthless. Is that what it says? Ruthless?
Yep.
Is that your
Yes,
name? Of your
sir.
channel?
Yes, that's the name of my channel is Tika. And I just want to say, first of all, thank you for having me. Allow me to come on in here and talk this trash, you know, because I'm about to get it a little bit to y'all.
1 second, callers. By the way, give us a few minutes. Give us like 10, 15 minutes.
Let these ladies go.
And I do apologize for my tardiness. I triple booked myself, so I do apologize. But listen, let me tell you something.
Please do.
Acosta does not know how to listen. And this is why Acosta is going through the ish that she's going through. Yes, she has been snatched up. And she's gonna continue to get snatched up because she does random things such as getting ambulances and ride around. Like, where you going, honey? You got stuck the first time. Where are you going?
All right, can I answer that question?
I know.
Let me answer that real quick. Number one, let's go through it. She's a person who's never seen the tree. She was inside the back of the ambulance when that happened, right? So why wouldn't you, if you're inside of a place, right, and they tell you, "Oh, you just drive through, you're going to come back," why wouldn't you check it every day just to make sure that thing still holds true? Why wouldn't you just go in there and say, "This is what it supposedly has done, but maybe one time it may not. Maybe whatever's been holding us here is faulty at this particular time." Why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't it be smart to go through there and check it at least once a day or once a week or something like that to see if this exactly is still holding up to what it was? Why would that be a bad thing?
Tony, who has gas for that?
I'm just saying.
We're limited. We're limited on resources. If you want to check the perimeter, if you want to check the perimeter, beat your feet, get on your feet and walk around. Maybe you can find an escape route on that road, but you're wasting resources. Okay, we're already struggling. We barely have food, but you want to steal the only vehicle that really works well enough to, if something happens, we can move around a little bit faster.
I'm saying in the end, it's not their vehicle. She came in on the vehicle. They're not they own that vehicle. If you're saying that they're just going to jack the vehicle, if anyone has rights to the vehicle, it's her as the officer who came in with the vehicle that has more rights and more credence to the vehicle, unless they're going to snatch it away from her. Then it's really her who has credence to it because she was the officer in there. The other people who were the EMTs died. That makes her the next in charge. So it's really her vehicle to do what the fuck she want to do with it. Unless you want to.
But how's she helping people? That's not helping people. Trying to kidnap people and ride them around against their will.
Chrissy jumped her ass up in there. She didn't try to. Chrissy, ain't no one told Chrissy to put her ass up in there. Ain't no one told Chrissy put her ass in there. She the one who did it. But let me introduce our next guest who's up in here. It is Tamika's Den. She is in here representing for ladies. And Tamika, are you? Who is the one that has watched me since Game of Thrones? Let me give a shout out.
Yes, it's me. Hey Tony. Hey Phil. Usually I'm in the comments. I'll be coming through. I was watching you with Game of Thrones, House of Dragon, Dexter. Okay. And I don't be having the theories. We look to Kate, Slice of Horror, to come through with the
a horologist.
But I definitely do not agree about Acosta, girl, because she acting like she know more than everybody. Like everybody else has not looked and have not tried the things that she is trying, and she don't want to listen to now I don't forgot her daggone name, the one you just said jumped in the car. Yeah, she don't want to listen to Christy when she's telling her, girl, we've been here, we did this. I've seen people doing the same thing that you are doing. I get it. She feeling like, I ain't trying to stay here. I would be feeling the same way, but you are not the first one to say this, and you ain't gonna be the last.
and she's the one when they said straight up, she's like, listen, Kenny's like, oh, you want to change the clothes? She goes, I'm not trying to get comfortable here.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to be like that. You people comfortable. Y'all smoking weed, fucking up in Colony House. You're smoking weed, eating waffles and pancakes at the diner. I ain't about that life. I got a life at home.
They not comfortable either, but they've been through that. And then they said, they said it's a price to your knowledge. They ain't comfortable. They trying to get out too, but they know it's a lot of people that have died trying to get out. They been trying to get out.
Who have we seen? When you are smoking marijuana, having sex, drinking potato moonshine, you got yourself when you make a bar, you good. You ain't trying to get out. You ain't
trying to get out, but they ain't. They gotta they still gotta survive while they there.
They're not surviving. They're living. Surviving and living is two different things. They living.
They surviving. They gotta go through their day-to-day life while they figure this thing out.
They got a government paid diner. Well, you ain't got.
Jim was trying to get out. Jay been trying to get out. Ethan and Julie been trying to get out.
I'm saying.
Randall was trying to get out.
Wait. Let's go. Jim just got there. Jim just got there. Jay just got there. We're talking about the people who were there before these people. Boy, no, they had a routine. We ring the bell. You go home. You smoke Fatima's Kush. You chill up in there. You guys live here. They's mad comfortable up in there. They's having weddings up in that motherfucker. That ain't trying to get out.
Well, you can't say Boyd ain't been working. Half the stuff they got because of Boyd.
He got them comfortable, which is wrong.
He's keeping them safe. He don't want everybody to just die out when they get there. You got to keep them safe while we figure this thing out.
You have to advance to get out. The ultimate goal is to get out, not to stay here. Donna said it. Donna said specifically, hey, what's wrong with being in here? At least in here, we can tell what the monsters are, right? Donna cool with it. She was about the life. She wanted to live there. Costa don't want to live there. She got a life outside this place. I'm not trying to get comfortable. I don't want to change my clothes. I don't want your clothes. I don't want nothing. Luckily, she did. I didn't want to see her going out like Elgin. That wouldn't have been a good look for her. You know what I mean? So I'm glad she changed into something. But I'm saying I think she does get the bad rap and everything else. And it's not because she said this.
So like if Acosta had to create her perfect man, like an avatar, the Don Tony Teflon would be it.
Oh, I see what's going on here.
That is definitely
I see what's going on.
I mean,
absolutely.
Can you argue with the man? Like, can you argue with him after that?
Absolutely. I told y'all this was the main reason why he,
Hey, but come on.
It's okay.
Come on.
It's okay. Everyone has their one.
Points.
It's okay.
It's not because of that. I mean, it's not because I'm saying specifically.
It's definitely.
It's not
Listen, if you literally changed your entire outfit for her when she was on your live, it was definitely because of that. I saw the hat.
No, he always does that.
I saw the outfit.
Right. I ain't never seen Tony in a suit. He always does that.
Okay.
He always does that. Dude, when we hang out sometimes and play video games, you just do that sometimes.
Phil, you're clearly his best friend, so you will ride with him. I'm not mad at that.
We be playing Call of Duty, me and Phil. I got the alligator shoes on.
He's like, wait, let me go in the other room for a second. He comes back all dressed up and stuff. Shit.
This is what this happens.
Okay, Phil got your back. Okay,
you're
wrong, but y'all both wrong, but he got your back.
Well, we'll see. I think that's the eye of the beholder who's wrong with that. But we have you. Listen, I'm happy to have all y'all here. Want to make sure we get links to all your channels in there in the chat. So while that goes on, if you could just tell people the name of your channel, why you got into YouTube, and what you cover on your channel real quick for the people who just got here. Mamaj will put the link in the description so we can make sure that y'all get the proper coverage that you got. So you can start with either one of you ladies on the bottom real quick. Phil, hold that down for a second. Last time I said that's when the whole thing happened, but I'm gonna walk off nice this time. Hold down.
He's about to go change his outfit, y'all.
Right. He might. Sometimes he doesn't. Sometimes.
I'm Tik of the Shine, and my YouTube channel is All Things Ruthless, where I cover my biggest thing that I cover is, as y'all can see that little picture back there, Tyler Perry's Ruthless. It's about an entire cult, a whole cult life. I talk about that television show and many other TV shows, recaps, reviews, and there are a lot of great interviews on my channel. And that's pretty much it. And I also have another channel, Talk Media, where I co-host with my girl EJ, the TV Junkie. Shout out to her. At some point we'll get her up on this live. I think you guys would love her as well. But yeah, that's pretty much it. All Things Ruthless, as well as Talk TV. Thank you.
Hey, everybody. I am Samika from Samika's Den. I talk about a little bit of everything. I do reviews, do lives with the ladies. Right now, I think we've been covering from the Testaments, Euphoria, The Boys. I might be missing something, but yeah, and I also do self-care Saturdays, getting into mental health, physical health, and just like conversations about life. I do what you should be watching, where I give breakdowns of movies and TV shows that are coming out each month. So come through. But yeah, I'll be hanging out over here with y'all. Be in the chat. Sonic, your boy, I'll be rocking with you. I always see you say hello, so it's good to be up here and to get to check in. I actually was watching Tony long before I started my channel. I've had my channel for like 3 or 4 years now. And so you were one of my inspirations. My son used to get mad, like, why are you just watching the people on YouTube? You can get on YouTube. So he convinced me to get up here.
I'm glad. And that fire thing behind you is fucking beautiful as hell.
Oh, thank you.
Right. I know, and Kay, I know you already did, but do it again.
Yes, to everybody that's just coming in. My name is Kay. My channel is Slice of Horror. I am a big horror nerd. If you like all things horror, all things nerdy, coming over to the channel. I cover a lot of things that are horror based and a lot of like superhero nerd type of content. I watch a lot of TV in general. So if you don't like horror, you're going to find a lot of nerdy content over there. So come on over there. All things horror, all things nerdy, and a lot of TV and movies in general. And I do also like reactions, like trailer reactions, interviews, and watch-alongs on the channel as well.
Nice. Great. Everyone, make sure you subscribe to all of these wonderful friends. And
if you the mods, you can put that down there. I came back, I heard said, Phil, you are inspiration.
You Tony. Yeah, for you, Tony.
Oh, it's for me? Oh,
yes.
I was about to say, Phil, you're my inspiration. You inspired me. I've said it many a time. And I will say this to me because that you watch House of the Dragon 2, I take it.
Yes, and Gray, the first 2 that I was watching.
I'm gonna put you on and get you on Gray's channel. We're gonna do that for you. We're gonna get you. She would love.
Oh, holla over! I was just gonna say, I'm ready for the next season about to start. We're gonna be there.
I'll get y'all on.
That's one of the few things.
Maybe she could be in the chat right now, hiding out.
She could possibly.
She would love to have y'all on.
The extra week because we're gonna miss 2 weeks of House of the Dragon.
Yeah, you know what I mean. We got someone. I just subbed to Slice of Horror. Thank you so much, Christina.
Thank you.
And she will subscribe to, I'm sure, all your channels because she's cool people like that. But I can definitely get you on Gray. I just introduce you to her and it'll be a wrap. She would love to have y'all on. She all about that life and everything else and empowering women and everything else and all that good stuff. All right, let's go through the show and everything else and all that. Super chat from who? House of Mystics. Hey, Tony, Phil, Tamika, Just K. Can we say a name again? Teacher? Tika. Is that what it is? Tika, thank you so much. Tony and the panel is fire, ladies. Thanks for coming and putting Acosta in her place.
Oh,
yeah. I gotta read this now too. Baca needs to tell her to sit down somewhere and be more respectful. All right. Thank you for the super chat. Thank you for the kind words and everything. You're wrong on Acosta, but everyone has the right to their opinion, and everyone has the right to be wrong. So we ain't trying to do anything else like that. Someone asked a question. What did Matt asked here? Did we see it? Someone said Matt. So we're gonna ask that themselves.
Oh, I got it.
Yeah, you can call in and stuff like that if you want. We'll let the ladies answer this question. AI, I guess they told me it's called from because people enter the town when they are separated from the world. Well, that would make. I would say when it's all said and done. Yeah, my mom said, take it easy on her son, ladies. You heard my mom said that. So. And everything. All right, so you watch it. The show is also called Origins in a different country, right? Of every other country but the U.S. So I think we have to take that into account when we look at to try to figure out what the name is. And people, from backwards is morph. Not really, but I guess people say that and everything. So Origins from, it's hard to tell. I really don't have an answer.
Do you think the name is going to end up having any significance, or is it just sort of it is what it is? Like it's from where everyone's from, or do you think
from? I think it could be from. You could be from here, from a different universe, from here. From it's just from. To me, I don't think so. I don't think we can deal with anything about this and everything else when it's all said and done. All right, ladies, let me ask y'all because I didn't get a chance to ask y'all. Let's go through it real quick. We're halfway through the episode season right now, season 4. Are you satisfied with what you have seen? Tamika, we'll start with you.
Yeah, I've been satisfied overall because we talking, and that's what I've been asking for 3 seasons. I'm like, would y'all talk to each other? Would y'all tell each other what the hell is going on? Now I've been getting frustrated because yes, we're talking, but then we still have some that want to be like, oh, I don't know if that's true, and Ethan, you just, he's using his imagination, and I'm like, no, listen to Ethan. I need Ethan in the damn meetings, okay? But yeah, I've been liking it. I've been liking it so far.
Tika, what about you? And we just got a new sub for you too, to your den, Tamika's den, and everything. We just got
Thank you.
All right, we'll go. All right, Tika, what about you?
Yeah, I'm here for everything that's going on in this latest, especially this latest episode, because they literally took us into Jade's world, his mind, the things that he's been through, who he was, or at least some of who he was, and how he has been a part of Fromville, right? And then they also give us, oh gosh, and I just drew a blank. What's her name? She was the little girl. Ethan's mom. I'm so sorry, I drew a blank. Tabitha, yes. I don't know why I can't remember Tabitha for some reason tonight. Anyway, I like that they also gave us a little bit of a backstory of Tabitha, but we need Tabitha to say more than just one thing, right? We need her to start putting some of these pieces together, answering some of these questions. And I agree with what Tamika said. We need to have a whole meeting, and Ethan needs to be involved in this meeting. We need Vic to be involved in this meeting. We need the key players to be a part of this meeting. But I'm here from literally. I'm loving everything that we're seeing so far. Thank you, Christine, for the sub. I appreciate that.
We got Christine sub, and we got RCO just said he subscribed to all 3 ladies' channels.
Thank you.
All right, that's it. Everybody here, go out there and subscribe to their channels, man. Show them some love. I went on their channel, I've seen them and stuff, and they actually knew who I was, which was just fascinating to me and everything. So let's give them some love and show them some love and everything. All right, let's go through. I'm not gonna go through the Victor thing again because we've been through that. let's deal with what we have right here. This is a theory stream and everything else. I know that the Just K is the theory lady for y'all. She's the one who comes up with the theories and all that. And we're going the millennial. We're gonna check the millennial on her theories and stuff like that. All right, when and we got nonfiction. Just subscribe to all y'all ladies' channels too. Thank you so much, nonfiction. You're very nice to do that, and anyone else who has done so. All right, theories time. Let's go through some of them. Yeah, go ahead. You saying something, Phil?
Oh no, I'm excited for theories.
All right, let's go through some. First, let me ask you two ladies before we get to Just Get. Do y'all think that this is magic that's going on in this town? Is that what y'all going with? That this magic?
Do you believe in magic?
Because he think it's science based or an experiment or something.
I do 100%.
I love how that was framed.
You see how I put that in? She did that, right?
Yeah, you hear that?
Just to be don't say it's science, man, because that's what he thinks. That's what I say. So just go with the magic. Now, do you think it's magic or not?
I think there's a puppet master in the midst of all of these shenanigans. There are some things that are magical, demonic. So yeah, this is some science project that they're stuck on some island somewhere and they're dangling all this crap in people's faces. Science project.
So you think it's kind of like Lost and stuff like that? Yeah.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Tamika, what do you think?
Yeah, I don't know if I think it's magic. I don't know what to think, to be honest with y'all. I just be along for the ride because I see science in it and I see magic in it, but I just don't feel like it's all magic, because when we start talking about it being reincarnations and all of that part, I do think it's just like somebody behind. Like, I don't think the man in yellow is the biggest bad of it. I think it's somebody behind that. So yeah, I'm just waiting to see what the answer is gonna be, to be honest with you, because from the beginning I've been like, what the hell is going on here? Like, I definitely could see the science in it, but I see a little bit of both. To be,
All right.
So I don't know if I can really just pick one. I feel like
it could be both, right? It's a situation where it could be. I wouldn't say. I would say, it could be a both type situation. We look at it, right, and we see that there's a government thing on Welcome to Derry, I should say.
Yes.
It's a government thing. It's got some type of magic. They have captured this creature. They're trying to run things on him. It's been since back the Native American times they've been doing it, and it's a little bit of both of that stuff going on there. So it's possibly that it could be a situation like that where
because I definitely feel like the government always got their hands and stuff and be knowing about other things, and they're like, oh, how can we use this? Maybe we can manipulate this and be able to use this later for something else. So let's just go ahead and play with these people. Like, I don't put it past.
I hear you on that. Freddie says Jade and Tabitha sacrificed the children. The town will find out and try to kill them to leave. That's not a theory, Freddie. That's what was said in the show. I don't know if he's just trying to mess with us here or to put that in there and everything else. But yes, I mean that's what was shown in the show already, and so that's what they do every cycle. And I think that's the important thing that maybe people have overlooked, and we have to always understand what's going on here. Everything we have seen here has already happened before. It's all happened. This play had played out a little bit different here and there, but it always plays out just about the same way. From what the man in yellow and from what Jada said, the man in yellow says, this is my favorite part. This is when they tear each other apart. So therefore, this is tearing each other apart has happened multiple times. It always ends the exact same way. And it has ended the exact same way. So whether some people may have gotten a little bit farther than the others, in the end, this is the way it always plays out in the end. So this is a constant loop of thing that's going on and everything else.
Yeah, Jay gets murdered, Tabitha gets murdered, even in a more horrifying way, and the town is butchered completely.
The town is butchered, and then we start and we bring in the next people to do it all over again, right? And it's same thing all constantly happens and stuff. I think the difference in this time is like boys got these talismans they claim, and the town has been able to live this time. But those talismans weren't just made by Boyd; they were made way before Boyd found them. Right? They were there before, so they ain't the first people to have the talismans. So we can see all this stuff as just played out over and over again.
This time is different because they're actually going to do it. In fact, I want the friggin' jukeboxes in the diner to play. Maybe this time we'll be ready. Maybe this time we'll there, like to start the final season. Because I think that's the difference this time, Tony. Because maybe they brought Boyd there because they were trying to get his Abby, and Boyd ended there by accident, and he's the anomaly that gets them the fuck out of there.
Yes, it was Abby that they were after. And I think that what happened too in this situation is that Jade wasn't supposed to be there either at this time. He wasn't supposed to come in when he came in. Either the Matthews weren't supposed to be there because it was the 2-car situation that came in, and Victor said that never happens at the same time. So they snuck Jade in a little bit early, probably, than they wanted to get him in there. Someone snuck him in there to get him in there for this whole situation. It should have just been the Matthews, and then it should have been a control situation. But maybe they said, hey, we got a shot to take Jade in. Let's bring him in at this time. And usually, Victor said, when the 2 cars come in, that's when the murders take place. That's when everyone gets massacred. So really, when having both of them there is basically when they both get massacred and everything else. All right, Lake of Tears, ladies. Do you believe that there is a Lake of Tears? And if so,
you just were going to talk about the Lakers for a second. I'm like, what are you talking? I heard it weird.
We talk about the Knicks. That's the only basketball team that matters right now.
I'm like, did you just ask about the Lakers? Yeah, I think LeBron's retiring.
Yeah, we don't need to talk about them at all. With Lake of Tears, ladies, do you think there is a Lake of Tears, and do you think it is what they think it is?
I do think it's that there's a Lake of Tears. Ethan hasn't been wrong in a lot of his predictions, and I don't know why we're not listening to Ethan enough. It's definitely not the lake that they were at just then, but I do think them getting out has something to do with water, and they're not exploring that enough. And that's why these memories need to come through. But if Ethan saw it and drew it, there has to be something to that, because him and his stories and his drawings have been spot on. You know what? We need to look at Ethan and how he got all this information in the first place. We're not talking enough to these children, because he's the one who, him and Victor and their drawings, they've been having their own little meetings, and then the adults have been over here having their meetings, and then Jade and Tabitha have been talking but not spreading enough information. I think we need to explore Ethan and that Lake of Tears a little bit more. We may not know where it is, but it's definitely has something to do with saving the children and getting the hell up out of there. But apparently we just ignore children, because Tabitha definitely ignores the hell out of her kids.
All right, now we're going through y'all ladies. Just come right in. You don't have to wait for us.
I agree. I think it is a Lake of Tears, but I don't think it's probably what they think it is. And I agree that we need to be listening to Ethan. Ethan so far has not been wrong about anything except for that bird. That bird didn't make it, but we were talking on our live saying that bird may just come on back around. I don't know. But that's the only thing so far I think he's not been right about. Everything else he's been saying, and everybody's just ignoring him because they feel like, oh yeah, you're a kid in your little dreams, and you're mourning and you're in grief, and so you're making up things. And it's like, no, put him to the front. Even though, and I know you get on Victor and be saying, we can't depend on him and his stuff he be saying. But if we follow his paintings, his drawings, then we probably will get some answers in here. Even if we can't get them literally out of his mouth, we can get some answers in them drawings. That could be our map to some things.
Yeah, a Lake of Tears is either a actual lake or something figurative. That's the only thing I'm going back and forth with. It could be a building, it could be a house, a cabin, it could be any of these things. Just has the name. It could even have the name that says Lake of Tears on it to literally point it out. At this point, I'm confused, but it definitely, as we see, was not where they ended up. Again, just like the ladies are saying, we need to talk to Ethan. We got to ask more questions. Maybe there's something that Tabitha could actually connect to the Lake of Tears. It's something. I'll say that. It's definitely something. It definitely exists because it's been mentioned way too many times. The storybooks, the dreams, it's been mentioned. His father even came back and said it. There's something to this whole Lake of Tears. I'm just ready to see what it really is, or where it really is.
What I'm wondering is if Ethan thinks he already found it. Like, does he think that other place where the Cabbage Patch Dolls came up from? Does he think that was the Lake of Tears? Because I don't think that was. But I also think there's, for whatever it's worth, I agree with everything you guys. I think there's definitely something, whether it's metaphoric or something. There is definitely a Lake of Tears.
I just think, when I deal with it, first off, Ethan seen Jade in that dirty ass water. He said, "This ain't it." Like, he knew as soon as he seen that shit, he was like, "They say this, no, this ain't no way that this is it at all." He was like, "You seen that?" He's like, "No, not this one." I think of the Lake of Tears like the tunnel of love. I know that Just K's a millennial. She may be too young. She may not understand what the tunnel of love was back in the day. But back in the day, in the amusement parks, there was this like a water flume ride that used to go by, and we call the Tunnel of Love. And you're sitting there with your girlfriend, and you just go through it, and it's just a place for you to make out with your girl while you floated around like the thing. Big thing. And they made it believe you, like, if you went in here, like, you fell in love, but you always went in there with your girlfriend already. So it was like fake because you're already with someone and everything else, and just an excuse to do it. I think the Lake of Tears is like that. I think it's a fake situation. I don't think it's real, like they're trying to say that it's real. And I understand that the things that Ethan are saying are seen to be coming to pass in here. But then again, you have to ask the question that Julie asked. It's all not from Ethan, it's from this book. So really, you don't really need to speak to Ethan. You just need to read the book. And if that's the case, how does the person who wrote this book have this knowledge about this place? Was the person who wrote this book someone who was in here and escaped and then wrote it in the book and released it to the world? And that's what it is? Or is it that this place is like a Harold and its purple crayon, where whatever you say actually has a chance to come to life and stuff like that? And we've seen it happen, I guess, multiple times now. We've seen it with this. People are going to mess with me the way I say it, but I say it the way I say it because I'm from Queens, New York. But people have seen it with the cicadas, and I'll just say June bugs, like my mom would say, because she's from North Carolina, because they're the same thing. So these people have seen it from the June bugs, right? When Nathan was afraid of these things, and they manifested in the forest, and now we see it again with these doll situation, and they manifested out here with these nightmares and stuff. How do y'all feel about the whole nightmare situation and how that is going on, and will that come to pass or anything else? Have you heard? I'm trying to think myself on any other people that were afraid of certain things, and things come up and pop up in this place. I don't know if anyone has said any other fears in the show. I can't really recollect or anything, but do you think that it is possible that this is some type of dream situation? We've talked about this a little bit with Kay, and a Nightmare on Elm Street type situation where that you can manifest your nightmares after you die. It can be manifested into this place.
I did think that was a good point. Sorry, Tika.
No, go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, I did think that was a good point when Sarah brought that up, and she brought up her brother. That was like one of the first things she remembered, that her brother. And shout out to your mama being from North Carolina. My mother's from North Carolina too, okay? So shout out to North Carolina. But anyway, yeah, she says the June bug too. But when she brought that up, saying that was like his biggest fear, and now we seeing it here, I think, listen, I think anything goes in from him. Definitely is going to be trying to get into their nightmares, their fears. Now we got Sophia over here smiling in everybody's damn face, and she gonna try to get the weakest part. So I think that's definitely probably a part of it as well.
Yeah, I agree, Tamika. Listen, I think we had this conversation when we were live. Don't tell anybody what your biggest fears are, because they're going to come and snatch your behind up in Fromville. Okay, the dreams, the fears are definitely having a big effect on this place, whatever this is. It's literally, I think the fears and are really feeding, is keeping this whole place alive. Who wants to be buried alive? Don't tell nobody that that's one of your biggest fears, because now you got to get buried alive, right? So yeah, it's giving fears is feeding off fear for me.
And that makes me think of Pennywise, or the entity from It, is that this Fromville wants to keep a certain level of fear amongst people, because when they're afraid, they're not seeking answers to get out. Because think about it, because when they realize I'm trying to get out, things happen. Like when was it episode 2 when they had that, knowledge comes at a cost, and that they're trying to bring terror onto them, to say, the more you all try to figure out what we're doing to you, the more we are going to do to you. So we don't need y'all to try to see what's going on. And to have control over people, you have to give them a sense of fear. Because then they'll be right there. They'll be right there where you want them. And that's why, like, the man in yellow is like, this is my favorite part, because he knows this is right there at the moment where they have people at their peak level of fear, so that they are more prone to being exploited, manipulated, and whatever this final boss is in the town can come in and have the people to, bring whatever sacrifice that they need again. And then the man in yellow can feed off of the corpses of whenever this massacre occurs.
And I agree, and I hope it is a Pennywise situation, because we all understand that Pennywise is an alien. There's not no magic involved with Pennywise. He's just an alien from a different dimension who's coming here and done that, just like the experts say.
We have all sorts of stories, mythologies, legends that could be interpreted as gods, who in reality were misinterpreted extraterrestrials.
Experts.
But see, what if the entity here is not an alien, but it's a supernatural creature?
Right.
Because if he has the ability to make these deals with people to give them immortality, I feel like it might have to be some kind of a different multi-dimensional being that's offering these people this level of
multi-dimensional being would be anything that's not from the planet Earth is technically an alien. I mean,
it's taking that way.
That's just.
I mean, we could have some of these fish down in the bottom of the ocean could be considered aliens.
No, because they on the Earth. Any extraterrestrial have to be something that's not from the planet Earth. This Earth is a parallel Earth. They're dimension, and even though they look just like us, they would be considered aliens. So that would be considered an alien if it was. I mean, you're horror fans. You see people talk about, Tony Teflon, how's it going to be? You see the people shape shifted and stuff. You guys are horror fans. We've all seen one of the greatest horror movies ever made, The Thing, I'm sure. And we've seen that in The Thing, it was an alien that was able to absorb people and take their form and go out there and kill everybody. And doesn't matter if it had a little piece of it left, it was able to get you and do that. So all these things that people say are supernatural that we have seen have been explained as sci-fi, and I'm remiss if I don't say it, and I've said it 1,000 times. If you look since season 1 of the billing of the show, it's billed as a sci-fi horror. That's the way it's been billed from season 1, sci-fi horror, not fantasy or mythological. From the beginning, it's been billed as a sci-fi horror. It's still billed as a sci-fi horror. When people introduce it and they do articles about it, they say the sci-fi horror show from smash hit, yada, yada, yada. We have not seen the sci-fi yet, and I think that's why people are saying that it's not. But I think in the end, when it's all said and done, we're going to see. What up to Julie B from Julie B Deep Dives out here joining us and stuff. We had over 100. We had over 300 people here at one point. Now we are down to like 260 people. It's getting late. I understand, but thank y'all for rocking us. Really appreciate. We're gonna allow these ladies to do their thing and shine. Me and Phil are gonna try to shut up. Y'all can still call us up. Put the phone number in the chat if y'all want to speak to them and you want to speak to us and you want to drop your theories. They said
phone lines are back open.
He said they want to hear something that they've never heard before. So that means we have to have people like Perry Garcia call in to drop his theories and stuff so that they can hear stuff that they've never heard before. We need to be people like that to call in with these theories to do all that stuff.
I'm sure if KP called in, that would be something you never heard before.
Yeah,
I've heard it, but they probably haven't heard it.
Yeah.
Hey, Julie B, I rock with Julie B too because I was seen her on your channel before, and she be doing the 6-hour theories. When I go to sleep and wake back up, she still be up there.
Yeah, I thought when I first seen it, I thought like something was wrong. Like I was like, this can't be live. I'm like, I went to bed at 12 o'clock. It's 7 o'clock in the morning, and Julie B is still here, and Julie B was still there.
She's still deep diving. She's still deep diving.
She was still there. I was like, this is amazing. I said, I took a shower, got ready for work. She was still there.
Deep diving.
Like, this is amazing. How you can do an 8-hour stream. Listen, I understand. I can't do it. I'm too old for that right now.
Oh, we can do it. Let's do a 24-hour stream, Tony. Let's just do it for fun.
Oh my God, I did 10, and I did 20. Did I do 24 hours though? It was a long time. But I got a question, because which one of you had the genius idea to let us know that knowledge comes with Acosta? I'm asking.
That's me. That's me.
I love that. I love that.
Knowledge does come at a cost. Never forget it.
That's right.
So basically you saying we're gonna pay the price by sacrificing Acosta.
Yes, that's exactly.
No, you're not, Phil. You're saying that Acosta is gonna be the reason why they get out of that place.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I mean,
I was so ready. He's like, yes.
I'm not stupid here. I'm agreeing with everybody.
Well, that's what you're saying.
Yes, I'm saying no. No, what I'm really saying is I think Acosta is going to find the clue that outs the man in yellow, Sophia. She's going to find something in that pile of shit, either a picture of someone in that outfit, or maybe the picture of the original version of her, or some piece of it.
It could be a picture. I would think if I had to pick, it would be a picture. We've seen the pictures used before in the show. That's how Victor got outed. Remember with Tien Chen, and then she was and Jay was looking for what's going on with the thing, and then she looked at the picture and she said, "Victor, right there." And Victor was walking around in the background when Christopher was holding it up, and she spotted it and she knew. I think it'll be a situation like that. That Sophia, the original Sophia, that most likely he took his form from, will be in a picture in the background like that. They did that, and what was that show that we liked? Outer Range. They did that season. Yep. I don't know if y'all ever seen that show. They did that in Outer Range season 2 with the lady's mom, and she was like, "It's mom" in the background in there, and back in the day. And I think it'll be a situation like that going down with it when it's all said and done. I can't.
Yeah, I could see something like that. I am curious to see what she gonna find down here. I do feel like she gonna find something. They gotta make her useful.
Sure. Yeah, there'll be something. There'll be something.
Hey.
I see someone in the chat that say supernatural folk horror. I can see that happening with there being so much stuff about story walking, picture books, this golem type creature. We could be looking at folk horror with From. We might not be exploring the right things. We might need to look a little bit more into like folk horror and dark fairy tales.
That also sounds like a really good style of music, like folkcore, like it's like hardcore and folk music mixed, like folkcore.
It's 100% is possible that people. If you look at, I always say that you can figure out a show within the first 2 to 3 episodes. They give you the whole ending. If you just concentrate on the first 2 to 3 episodes, and they talked about the fairies and they talked about all that stuff in there, and it's 100% possible that there could be a fairy situation going on there and some Irish sloth stuff going on there, and that's what I don't think so, but I'm not going to say that it's impossible. It definitely could be something like that going on there with this whole situation, but I think that's just a red herring in me that they're trying to throw the whole thing off with. Well, and I think in the end, you're going to see somebody come down and it's going to be a scientist. I mean, Jade said it. If we go by the characters in the show, Jade said specifically when he's in there and he's looking and he says, "You people are like rats in the maze, running around looking for a piece of cheese, but it's people like me who place the cheese." And he's referring to himself as a scientist, as a computer person, and they're the ones who put the cheese in there. So if we look at this place like that, then it would be somebody like Jade who's actually controlling this whole situation. And that's where I think they put that line in there for. In the end, it's just going to be some type of scientist entity that looks just like the picture of the one that I've showed many a times of the guy with the goggles that they put out there. But they don't put that picture up. They share a lot of other pictures all the time, but they never share that picture of that guy with the goggles at all in the shadows. And if you look at that picture with that dude, you could see that that's a scientist in some type of hazmat suit that's going to come down and collect this whole thing when this is all said and done and all that. And yes, congratulations to the Knicks. I didn't even have to watch the game. That's how confident I am we're going to win that game and everything. We going to the finals this year. New York. Where y'all ladies from? We know we got one from Atlanta. Where y'all two from? We like people to rep their hood.
I'm from the Boogie Down.
Oh, all right. The Boogie. I lived in the Bronx for a year. I lived on 167 Roman McCullen.
Okay, that's not far from me. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I lived over there. I lived out there for a year. I smashed everybody on the handball courts out there. But I had a good time living out there for you. Where you from?
I'm from Southwest Georgia. I'm not going to say the name of the city because no one will really know where it is. Just know I'm an hour and a half away from Florida.
That's what's up. We got two people from the state of Georgia. We got another New York up in the building, rocking with us and everything else. Wolf's Bear, the Boogie Down, Bronx in the building, and everything else. And all that good stuff. We got now y'all want to put in the chat where you from. We didn't ask y'all where y'all from, but go ahead. Y'all
I'm keeping my mouth.
We did. If you from Georgia, let us know. Drop them peaches in the chat. We're the Georgia people.
Okay.
We here.
Now y'all, you know I love y'all. Y'all can always rep your hood inside of the chat. Rep your hood. Let everybody know where you're from. We'll shout you out. You ain't from Mississippi. Blacksmith, no one but buying. I ain't buying that right there. We got North Louisiana in the building right here. Let's go through them. I said we repping for them. Let's go through them. We got V is from North Louisiana. We got right here. We got Brandywine from Arizona. Freddie is from Augusta, Georgia. I do believe that is. Maryland is in the building, rocking with us right now. Wolf Spears from Oceanside, NY. Right here. House of Misses from the DMV. I guess I only know the DMV because I watched Beyond the Gate. So that's the only reason why I know that. Yeah, we do take that call.
It is on command, the one and only KP. Welcome to the show, KP. Good evening. Good night. Good night, I mean. Good night.
Good evening. Good evening, one and all. Good evening to the special ladies and the panel tonight. How you doing? Hope everybody's good.
Good.
Everybody's looking good. Except for Phil. I can't see Phil.
I'm Smiley. I look great. I'm Smiley looks great. He looks better than me.
I get creeped out every time I see Smiley.
So I have to say, I think did I call to discuss this episode because this is the first episode I actually liked for this season. It started to answer some questions. I have one question, and maybe this is just me being on. I had dental surgery, so perhaps it was just me being on a bunch of drugs that I couldn't focus. But
laughing gas works.
Julie, it's fantastic. Let me tell you. But Julie, when she did the little thing with the bookmark, then she goes into this other dimension and she sees the guy eating somebody's liver. And then she does another thing with the pen and the paper and she disappears. But funny enough, when she disappears and she gets back to the real world or whatever, she says it didn't work. And in my mind, that works like a motherfucker. So, what did she mean by that? Is there something that I totally missed? That to do that.
Yeah, so she said that in order for her to know that it worked, that when she came back, the mark would be on the picture when she came back. And the fact that that mark wasn't on the picture when she came back, she assumed that it didn't work.
Oh, so she was going to another dimension, or another time, or whatever. It's another time. She believes it's another time. So she's going into another time, writing that thing there, and then expecting it to be there in the future for her to pick it up. So she doesn't realize that she's not moving through time. She's actually moving through stories. She doesn't realize that yet. Is that like the consensus?
I would say that it's a different situation why it didn't work and what she's using. I think that she's trying to use the book as a one-to-one, when I don't think the book is a one-to-one. I just think that it's a sort of a guide, and she has to interpret it in a different way, and she's using the wrong thing for bookmarks. But I'll go around the panel and I'll let them answer your question, KP, before you start again. I will start from Just K and go way down and everything else and all that. So what do you think about the Julie bookmark situation and why she felt that it didn't work?
I feel like she thinks that she was doing it right, but Julie, just because you're just starting this story walking thing, like taking it seriously and wanting to really do it. So you're not going to get it right every time on the first try. So I feel like she has the right idea with wanting to bookmark so that she can return to certain places and be able to mark off where she went, how she got there. Should she go back? Should she go to another page in these stories? But I don't think she did it right either. I think that there is another way to use bookmarks, but she just has not figured it out yet. So right idea, wrong execution.
All right.
Yeah, I think. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No. It's your floor. It's yours. KP Kuwait.
Okay. Cool. I think she bookmarked it, but I don't think she bookmarked it using her method. She bookmarked it by getting herself seen by the man in yellow. Because where the heck did she come from? I'm over here munching on my meal, my liver, and where did this woman come from? So, or this girl. So again, not her method worked, but she did mark her space in that little story, that little time of the story. She marked her space, but just not the way that she felt like it was the way she tried to implement it.
Tamika?
Yeah, I'm kind of agreeing with the ladies. I think it's a way for it to be done. She just hasn't figured it out yet. Now, if I'm not mistaken, though, I thought she dropped the paper, like when she was running, once the man in yellow was coming after her. I thought she dropped it before he got to pull her back, in because he seen her having her seizure. So technically she didn't have the paper anymore, so I don't know how it would have still appeared.
Yeah, that was her plan. The plan was to go in there, write the symbol, drop it there, and then get pulled out. And then because that was there, the symbol would be on the paper when she came out, and then she'd be able to travel back to that point anytime she wanted.
I think I agree with everything that's been said, but I also think it has to be something meaningful. Wasn't when the ring was found and the bracelet stuff, I think that's kind of a clue. Maybe it has to be something meaningful possible. I think she just didn't use the right bookmark because not everything is going to be as simple in the first time. Like it's still a kid. She's a 16-year-old kid. She's going to make stupid decisions and be impetuous and think she knows everything in the situation. I don't want to be like an old crotchety bear and get off my lawn, but ultimately she's going to need to kind of, she has the ability, but she is still she's missing some aspect of it. And I think it's the actual physical bookmark has to be of some emotional significance. Possibly. I don't know. That's just
a good point.
That's my working thing.
I feel the same. I feel like she don't have all of the answers. You're new to this. And Ethan already told you it wasn't gonna work to bring your daddy back anyway. But she insists upon doing it. But you're doing a process that you don't know enough knowledge about. And so of course you're not gonna get it right this time. You're gonna get it wrong on a few occasions.
Yeah.
Well, they were wrong a little bit too on there. Ethan says you can't change the past, you can't do that, and then Man in Yellow duplicates his words. You can't change the story, but she did. She dropped the rope to Boyd, so she did change the story, because if she didn't drop that rope to Boyd, then Boy would have never got out there. So,
but what if that was always supposed to be part of the story? What
That's what I
if
was
that
just
wasn't
about
her
to say.
changing the story? What if she was supposed to be there and that is part of the story?
but that's the loop, the parallel loop that we would have to say, because we would have to say, is that because she was at that time she was already being taken over by the June bug situation when that happened, right? Because boy came out, he's seen her body there. She came through, she's seen her body there, right? So you that's quite possible that was always a part of the story, and that's how boy was always going to get out there. But then we get the chicken and the egg situation when we deal with that whole situation. So it's hard to dictate whether that was the case, but it's 100% that could have just been the way it was always supposed to be written, and that's the way it was always supposed to go down. Okay,
KP
is.
I think. Do we lose you, KP? Or are you floating in laughing gas land?
No, I'm right here. I kind of doing it for a little bit. Did somebody ask me a question? Sorry.
No. We just answered your question for once. Instead of just like forgetting what you said, we actually answered your question. We were more asking if you had anything else for us, or if not, get healthy from your dental surgery. That sucks.
Right.
Yeah. I have. I mean, do I have other questions? Yes, a lot. Like one thing. Imagine if that golem got to be the size of the Empire State Building and was the thing that came to life and started to defend them.
It'd be like the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man
from the
I'm not about that.
Doll type,
Ray, if someone asks you if you're a god, you say yes.
KP,
KP, you had a good one first one. This one's weird.
Vibe that I think I probably would like, but everybody else would probably hate. But we'll see what goes on. So let me wish you guys a good night. Ladies, it was good to see you guys and speak with you guys and get your input on this ever illusory mystery that we can't seem to buckle down. And everybody have a good night. Speak soon. All right.
Feel better, KP.
Thank you. Feel better.
Yeah, I would say that the Don. I wasn't feeling any of the doll shit. I thought it was stupid. I didn't like the Kool-Aid Man dolls. I didn't like the dolls. I didn't like nothing about it. You ladies, did you to me, and I'll give my reason why. I just think that it takes me out of what we have been shown. And that's why I do not wish to see a giant spider at the end of this Lake of Tears. Like, if they all of a sudden this turns to Lord of the Rings and there's a giant spider there, it just wouldn't work for me for the type of show that they've given us. Did y'all like the way they did what they did? And I'll say how I feel first, because if I don't, then Kay gonna come on and say, well, he didn't like it. So I might as well say it first before she exposes me for everything that I don't like and everything. But Kay, I'll start with you. Did you like the way they did the doll stuff and everything else? In the chat, we always ask you to say,
my precious. I did. I was here for the giant dolls. I'm here for the slaughter and the blood splatter. We need collateral damage. We need the body count up. I like the animation of it all because again, I like this type of horror. To me, it reminds me of like 90s horror movies. That kind of the feel of it. That kind of like goosebump theme type movies, and I was here for it because as long as it ends in somebody's death. Now, if they would have came out, did that Kool-Aid Man burst through the wall and didn't nobody die, then I'd have been like, what was it for? But as long as we had some bodies dropped because of it, I was here for it. I would have actually liked to see more of them come because 3 wasn't enough. It should have been like an army of them.
Oh, you sound like Elamar so much. Elamar always wants to gore. She always begs for more gore, and that's all she ever wants. I miss you, Elamar. I miss you so much.
It was very Scream Queens, Ryan Murphy. It's like
Tika, or were you?
Yeah, I definitely loved these rag dolls. Reminder Raggedy Ann, reminder Annabelle, coming out of the water, okay? Because why are we messing with things that should not be messed with in the first place? Why are we cutting them open to see what's in them? Okay, why are we fake putting rocks in them to put them back in the water? Why are we not making sure that they go back in the water? And lastly, why are we leaving one alive? Like, there's no way that last Raggedy Ann doll should have been alive and able to walk away, hands on fire or not. It should have been poked up with the totem, just like the other ones were taken out some shape, form, or fashion. So I loved that storyline, and as it relates to Tabitha.
Dude, 100%. If Tabitha's like, I know how to kill these things now, when that thing's going over there, like, hey guys, piece of, you chase that damn thing down and you stab it in the back and you kill it too.
Exactly. That was the part that I didn't get. I didn't mind the dogs, but the things and the decisions they made around the dolls was annoying me. Because first of all, the one that even pulled it up in the first place, and then he had the nerve to be talking all that crap. I'm like, dude, shut the hell up. And then for us to open it up, put rocks in it. Then I said, y'all didn't even wrap it up the way that you found it, but you expecting it to go back down and float. And then Tabitha was taking too damn long to remember things.
Way too long.
She literally remembers like the second before it's crashing in.
And wait. No. One second.
Rest in peace to Reggie.
Reggie needed his job to be
ready. Yeah, Reggie got what he got.
Who's Reggie?
The guy who pulled him out the water.
I'm kidding.
The guy, y'all talking.
That's the point. Who cares?
Tabitha's taking too long. Tabitha's taken to remember things. Victor done took 45 years to remember nothing. She got
poor Victor.
I done already got him about our Victor now. I know I said you can't come over here on that with Victor, okay?
Oh, Roger
Victor is traumatized.
5 years, Victor didn't remember nothing.
You gonna have to put some respect on Victor's name.
Found out who she was.
I need to see some more respect on
Everybody,
Victor's
his name is Roger, not
I'm trying to be understanding, but I'm like, come on, Tabitha. Now, what I did appreciate, and I just knew doctors are going on. I was surprised that she's still around, but I liked how she kept picking up on Tabitha and paying attention to her. Like, girl, what do you remember and what do you see? And I seen this, I seen it. I did like that part. And another thing was we finally had Ellis do something for once in his life. So I guess that was the whole point of the dogs being with him.
Poor
Ellis. Finally got him up off his ass. So I was happy for that.
They let a little bit of blackness creep out of his
Yeah, they definitely did.
a little bit. He got a little bit. It should have been Tabitha to save Donna. It should have been Ellis. They should have gave him the kill. They should let him figure it. Let him.
He did beat the shit out of one of them. Like he didn't know how to beat them, and he still like was able to kill one or stop one.
Yeah,
but I definitely want to know why did they let that other one just walk away? Like
you knew, you don't walk away from me. Like if I got you on the ropes, you get knocked out. Like there's no that monster turned around and started. Well, I'm out of here with my flame. Nah, you coming back. That's why I told people, and I said, this is the reason why there is no gangsters and there's no goddamn rednecks in this show. Because if there was a redneck or a gangster in this show, that guy wouldn't have got away.
If Daryl Dixon was there, he'd be chasing.
Yeah, if there was some dudes, they would have hog. If there was some rednecks, they would have hog tied that.
I'm gonna hog tie that.
They would have caught his ass.
They come out with torches and pitchforks to go after.
Oh yeah, you ain't getting away. You ain't getting away.
Go down.
Yeah, you ain't getting away from that situation.
No, not even close.
If there was Crips and Bloods and the Decepticons from back in the day, they would have had that dude selling crack out there. He would have been pushing that weed for Tabitha. They would have caught his ass and put him to work, But that's why they get the people up in there like Ellis and all that to prevent things like that from happening, going down in that whole situation and all that. Because it would have been crazy up in there. You ain't getting away from me. If you do something like that, you got to die. You ain't running away from me. They just let him walk off into the sunset.
For sure, dude, so right. Like they should have just killed his ass. Like if Tabitha knows how to kill them, why not kill all of them?
I just think it's a stupid way. Like they really put those things in the ground just in case these monsters came back to stab them. Like why wouldn't you just have them inside of the cabins leaning up against the wall? Why you got to come and dig it out the ground and then chase someone? It should be in the cabin, leaning up against the wall like a pistol or something, that if they come through, you could just stab them right off the bat and call it a day. So I like some of these things to me is just it's just not adding up to me. Like there's something off here.
Do you know what
Like,
would have made that scene even a little bit more terrifying if nightmare creatures were there too? Like the Kool-Aid man smashes through the door, and then you see Smiley outside too.
Townspeople and stuff. Mm-hmm.
Like all those dudes should have been there too. It would have been super creepy, and you'd really feel danger. And even if they eventually got away and snuck their way out, if our main characters with their shields got out of there somehow, it's still like I think would have felt even more intense if you had a few of the milkman and Smiley and the crew and the nurse out there and shit.
100%. I agree with you 100%. They should have did more for it. You had them out there, but they're not going to be out there. And the reason why they're not going to be out there is because Randall said that these things are on a specific pattern, that they are heat creatures of habit.
And that's outside their Groundhog Day.
Yeah, and for them to be there would not be a part of their habit. And that's why I said before that when you look at the whole situation with Christopher, it just shows that the boy in white is evil. The boy in white told Christopher straight up that you need to go into the tree to save the children. Christopher said, "That's crazy. I'm not going in the tree." Victor overhears the conversation. He goes back and he tells his mother, "Oh, in order to get us out of here, Christopher has to go into the tree." His mother takes it upon herself to go up in the tree. But when she gets out there, bingo bango, it just so happens Smile Monster's just laying there in wait, standing there waiting for her, and then he kills her. I think he was there to kill Christopher when it was all said and done, and the boy in white was setting Christopher up, but he didn't fall for it. Victor's big mouth got his mother killed. And I think it just shows you that the boy in white in the end is not a good guy. In the end, he's going to be a bad guy. And that just shows you, because there's no reason for the Smile Monster to be standing there if what Randall said is true, that they're creatures of habit and they do the same thing over and over again, unless he was told to wait there. And all of a sudden, this motherfucker started running. They ain't never ran before, but all of a sudden now he ran her ass down. So it just seems like that's what's going on with the boy in white, Martin, boy in white, man in yellow.
See, that's interesting. I ain't never see the boy in white as evil. Did y'all? Because I feel like the boy in white is there to help, but you got his help now. He be speaking in riddles, like like the Riddler, and not giving him all the truths at one time. But I think that he is there to help. I don't think he's evil. We got enough evil entities there. I think he is there to help, but he's not helping enough. Like I feel like he could be doing more.
How? What help does he give? Has he given?
I mean, he be bringing the little ashy uncooey kids with him. They be having conversations with him. He be trying to be a guide to Tabitha. I think he be trying to help Tabitha extract her memories, but Tabitha don't be acting like she don't want to like extract her memories. Like he's trying to be there to like remember what happened so you can get the hell up out of here. And she's always like, "Well, I don't know if this is true. I don't want to."
If you look at it, at everything he's done, you could see it. If you just gotta look at it, he goes and he tells Sarah and Jay and Boyd, because the rain is falling, "Oh, this place is mad at you. You need to get in this tree to save yourself." They're right by the lighthouse, right? It's not like it's thunder and lightning. It's just rain. It ain't nothing special coming out. It's just some heavy rain. I walked in Worth many a times. But all of a sudden, this place, not high winds. They're not getting blown. You don't see tumbleweeds going by them. Nothing like that.
It's not like Forrest Gump. It's raining sideways.
Oh, the place is mad. Go inside the tree. So they go inside the tree. Sarah gets sent back to the town where they want to kill her at the time, right? They were going to put her in the box. That's where she goes. Boy gets stuck inside the well. Boy comes out the well, right? And when he gets out the well, Martin puts the worms in his arm. The worms in his arm is what leads to the cicada creatures coming out after he kills Smiley and infecting the whole town, and the nightmare creatures coming in. So if you look at the whole situation, and then Sarah says this, "Ha, boy, they laughed at you because you brought us back to the town." That whole thing was a big setup for Boyd. They set Boyd up. The boy in white set him up so he could bring that entity into town to do that whole situation. That was the boy in white who did that. He's the one who set that whole thing up. And you can go, and if I go, I'll go through every situation. If you look, you'll see it. He is evil. It looks
I
like
don't really see him as evil or good. I think that he's just stuck there and that he gets messages and try to give them the messages that he's getting
But
to
what's he giving?
see how he can
I'm saying,
possibly help
what
them or
messages?
direct them.
I'm saying he told Victor not to chop that tree down, right? Don't do that. Don't do that. But they're gonna chop the tree down, and you're gonna see that that's the right thing to do is to chop the tree down. I think it'll be Kenny who chops it down, in my opinion, when it's all said and done. But anything he has said is nothing he has said that has been helpful in this whole situation. Everything he has said has been a lie, and he's just double talking people. And I'm telling you,
He did get Tabitha out. Well, she just ended up back there, but he
well,
did.
let's look at the situation.
Just like Jacob.
Tabitha goes up.
Like Jacob. Sorry.
Tabitha goes up. She goes up there. He goes, "This is the only way." He doesn't have a smile on his face when he does it. He has an angry face, and he pushes her out the window. Now, if you watch Fringe, I don't know if y'all watch it, but Kay didn't watch it, and these are the same people who made Fringe. That's the only reason why I bring up the comparison. In Fringe, they said in that show, in order to leave a parallel dimension and access the other one, you needed two things to happen. You needed velocity and trauma. And between velocity and trauma would allow you to escape one dimension and go into the other. When you see her get pushed out the window, you get velocity and you get trauma from what she went through. And then all of a sudden she wound up in a different dimension. And then when you look at that different dimension, I'll tell you that's what it is. When she goes into Victor's father's house, there's a picture of the wall that he has of Victor and Eloise, and they're teenagers in the wall having a snowball fight. They're not the little kids that we seen them in here. They're actually teenagers in the house. So it can't be the same dad from the same dimension, because Victor, when he got there with his sister, were little kids. But on that wall in his picture, they're teenagers having a snow fight there, Victor and Eloise. So she got pushed into this opposite dimension in order to bring Victor's dad back inside of here so they could take him out. At least that's what I believe. I mean, the picture itself, you can go back on the episode and you'll see it, and you'll look at it and you'll see that they're teenagers, Victor and Eloise, on that picture on that wall. And how come Henry never brings up Eloise while he's been there the whole time? Not one time.
That was my question.
I was saying that on Sunday too. Like, what the hell? Like, why hasn't he brought her up?
And these are the same people that created Lost too, though, right?
Yes.
Some of the writers, yeah. They didn't. I think it's some of the creative people that worked on a big chunk of Lost.
Yeah, so that's the only reason why I say it and everything else. I wouldn't say it if it just was just out there. But I'll tell you what. If you have, I think Pluto TV. I think it's on. Everyone got Pluto. It's free. Go in there and go watch Fringe and go watch the episode called Welcome to Westfield. Just watch that episode. Remember, I asked you to watch it. I think it's called Westfield Protocol. It's the name of the episode. Go watch that episode.
And write that down in my notebook.
Right.
What season?
I think it's season 4. I think it's season 4, episode like 11 or 12 or something like that. Fringe Westfield. Is it Westfield Protocol or Welcome to Westfield? Yeah, it's season 4, episode.
Shut up. Season 4, episode 12.
Season 4, episode 12. You watch that episode, and you come back to me, and then you tell me that this show isn't that episode verbatim. And remember, I told you that these people made that episode, and just go watch that episode and tell me it's the show in that one episode. And when you watch it, you're gonna get mad that you watched it, because you're gonna be upset. You're like, man, Tony fucked up everything. Like,
this is why I don't want to take the science route with From, because that's kind of what they did with like Lost. And I'm like, they're not gonna do the same thing twice.
Well,
they gotta go another pathway.
Well, Lost was magic. They had the yellow thing there that the man in black and man in white were fighting on. That was magical thing. That
the
was
heart of the island.
Yeah, that was magic. That was there. That they had all the what was it? Hope or
I mean, the time travel was what they tried to science up the time travel a little bit.
Yeah, but the Man in Black and the whole the cauldron and everything else and all that.
Yeah, they went there and they were between the Man in Black and Jacob, but it's like there was something spiritual about it too, I guess. But like he couldn't kill his brother, but I guess it was magic-y.
It was more magical. The Man in Black is.
It was both. It's to your point.
Yeah, I think it was a mixture.
To your point earlier, Tony, it was both.
But I don't think they're gonna do the same exact thing. Even Harold said they kind of told him how they wanted to end this, which is part of the reason why he signed on. So I don't think they're gonna do that.
I don't think it's verbatim.
Right.
What I think happened is that they did that episode, and they said we can make a whole series about this episode, and they expanded it. And if you watch the episode, then you understand exactly what I'm saying. But you have to watch the episode in order to know it. But I think they did that episode, and they said this would be great for a whole show, and we'll add on to this. And I think that's what they did. And if you watch it, you'll see it yourself, and then you come back to me. You can hit me up, and you can say, Tony Teflon, you may be on something, but maybe I'm not. We'll see what it is. But watch that episode. It's free on Pluto, so everyone can watch it. And y'all in the chat go watch it too. Then get back to the dime. But all right, we've had everyone on here for over 2 hours and 20 minutes. We're not Julie B. All right, we can't do 7 hours for y'all. I really wish I could. And so we would love to have y'all back on. If y'all are willing to come back on, we would love to have you back on. It's an amazing time rocking with you. And we will get you. We'll go around the horn once again. Phil, you want to do your special? You got your little things going on here. I've never seen that stuff before. That's all new to me. I don't even know how you did it.
Which one was
the camera manipulation? We'll start with Just K. We'll go around the horn, let everybody know where they can find you and all that. Social media, if you have it and all that, we'll go through the horn, let people be able to find you. You gonna solo them out?
Yes. Who's first?
Well, thank you everyone for welcoming us over here to Talk From Theories. We do this on Tuesdays. So if you all love From and want to, come and join, they're skipping a week this upcoming Tuesday, but when From comes back, we'll be back every Tuesday till the end of the season, talking From recaps and theories and all that with our little panel or whatever. Make sure you hit subscribe, turn on your notification bell, because we will be wrapping up The Boys this Friday, talking Euphoria. On Sundays, we talk The Testament. And I'm also on TikTok at Fifth Wall Studios, and Instagram, Slice of Horror, Facebook, Slice of Horror, all things nerdy. So I'd love to see you all over there. All my nerd people, come on over. And again, thank you all for welcoming us over here. And yeah, if we're invited, we'll come on back, because I got to defend Victor, and we are going to shun Acosta every time. Okay?
Ooh.
I stand in it.
Wow.
That's that millennial fervor right there. We'll stay for that.
The goosebump energy. No, I'm kidding.
It is. All right, let's hit the next one, Phil. Let's go through them.
Hey. Yes. Thank you so much again, just as Kay said, for having us over here. This has been absolutely fun. I'm a newbie to the whole theory creation world. This has been fun. I've been watching these series just to kind of see what's gonna happen next. But now y'all got my wheels turning. So the next time y'all see your girl, I'll definitely have a book of theories on my own, right? So with that being said, again, my name is Tika Deshawn, and my YouTube channel is All Things Ruthless, where I talk about Ruthless, Cross, Black Dagger Brotherhood, one of my favorite series. And so we just have a lot of fun over there on the channel. And that's pretty much it. You can find pretty much anything on the channel, and you definitely can come back every Tuesday or the following Tuesday to check us out as we discuss From. Just as Kay mentioned, we've got The Boys, we've got Euphoria, we've got a lot of everything. I don't know if there are any Tyler Perry fans or not out there, but we've got the Oval, Zatima, Divorce Sisters. Like there's so much. We have a variety on the channel, so feel free to come on through. And again, this has definitely been fun. Thank you guys so much for having us. I was expecting Phil to do the little camera thing where he's like on this camera, then he's on that camera. But absolutely, this has been fun. Thank you so much for having us. And thank you to your audience for welcoming us with literal open arms. And y'all have a great night.
They're in the other room.
100%. You know, how come no one covers Beyond the Gate? You know, I want to talk Beyond the Gate. No one talk about this soap with me, but
we have someone for that for you. We can get that person connected to you.
Yes. I'll watch it, but I haven't been talking about it. But I'm definitely a Beyond the Gates fan. But one of our homegirls, she covers it. And also our other girl, EJ, the TV junkie, she is not in with us right now. You know, life be life, and she was dealing with some things. She gonna be coming back around. And pretty much what the ladies mentioned, I do a little bit of everything. I've been on the panels with them. I'm just starting to get back into the swing of things and trying to do my own reviews again. Them letting me join the panels and give my little 2 cents have been a help to me because I've kind of been, you know, dealing with illness and sickness and things of that nature. But I'm still rocking and rolling in these YouTube streets when I can. And so definitely appreciate you guys for having me up here, you know, especially since I used to be in the bed back in the days like, okay, Tony about to talk about sex stuff and Game of Thrones, and I'm here for it. So it's so nice. I appreciate you having me. I thank y'all for welcoming me and, you know, everybody in the chat for being so beautiful. Okay. And I was telling everybody like, oh, shoot, Tony was in the chat on the live. I was surprised to see him there. So
you were the one who knew who I was. You were the one who
yep,
in there.
Definitely. Thank you.
I really appreciate it. Just rocking with us with me for as long as you have. I truly appreciate it. It's the least I could do is y'all have great content, and I'm here to help y'all spread things out. Again, if you ever need any type of I'm feeling okay, Saggy. I'm all right. But if you ever need any type of anything, you know, just let me know. I'll give you any. If you ask me if any questions or guidance or anything I can help you with, I am definitely about it to help you get your channels out there and blow your stuff up. And I promote you as much as I can and everything else. Phil the Issues guy, what you got coming up on your channel?
I got some fun stuff, but I want to spend this moment with Kay. Behind you, all those faces behind you, who is your favorite of all of them? Do you have a favorite of all those horror faces? Now we'll add Freddy and Jason in there too. Who's your particular favorite? Fred. Okay, you're singing in front of Freddy. She's pushed. Okay, Scream with Ghostface. Okay, cool.
Yeah, she's young, right?
But that's what I was gonna say. The Scream.
Oh, yeah.
I'm more than
Ghostface, and then my second one definitely right here, Mr. Charles Lee Ray.
Well, you Charles Lee Ray. It's an old soul.
Let's play.
With that. All right, people. Let's
subscribe to me if you want my nonsense.
Yeah, you know that about it. All right, well, let us get out of here. We'll leave you on a happy note. If you like the way we do this, please thumbs up this, spread this across around the course, subscribe. Until next time, you know what it is. Peace and stay sexy.
If Acosta had to create her perfect man, like an avatar.